Hey everyone, welcome to Breakfast with Pals. MrGonzoPR here, and
I would be your pal Al from Florida Freaks.
yes, we're here Sunday morning, a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties, but we got it done. How are you, my friend?
I'm
Happy
doing good.
Sunday.
I'm doing good. How are you doing
Well, I
today?
can hear you.
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Now I can hear you.
I'm
Doing
sorry.
good, man. Doing
There
good.
we go.
Let me get the phone ready so I can see the chat and stuff like that. How was your weekend?
Well, it was fantastic. Me and you were hanging out yesterday.
I
That
know,
was
right?
wonderful. That was wonderful.
Yeah,
How
it was
was
great.
you seem to be settled in for your short time stay here in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, man, I can't complain. It's been great food. What's up, OG? Hello, Candy Mom. How are you? Good morning, good
Candy
morning, good morning,
Mom.
good morning.
Little OG. Oh, I got a story to tell.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that real
Yes.
soon.
Yes, we'll
So
talk
yeah,
we'll talk about it.
bro.
Stick around, OG.
It's been good and can't complain. I mean, it's a little bit far from the parks, but it is what it is. It's what 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Well,
It
you're
took me
about as
45 minutes.
about as far as I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday when we met in
Epcot.
at Epcot. We got
Hmm.
there at the same time, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah. Lynette, what's up? How are
Hola,
you?
Linan. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good
Oh,
morning. So before we start all of this, again, we apologize. We had technical difficulties, but we're good to go now. And also, thanks to Dean for the live plays, for the support, and thanks everyone. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging down there, Candy Mom. Thanks for being here again. And let's closer than you. What's closer than? Oh, the parks. Yeah, I know.
yep.
Yeah, but still a little bit of traffic. There was a crash today on I-4, man.
Oh, really? Well, there
Yeah,
always is. You'll get
yeah.
used to
No,
that when
I
you
mean not today. Not today. Yesterday.
as you stay here longer, you'll get used to
Yeah,
that.
I took another route, but it was good. It was good.
Yep.
I took four. Was it 417? Something like that. 4A 417. I don't know. There's two things that I visit almost every day: the
Yes.
airport,
Hmm.
because I have to pass by every day, and
Oh, yeah.
then I-4. I have to take it somewhere, and the other I have to take part of I-4. So
Two
if
of the most
anyone
famous
needs,
places in Orlando.
yeah. So if anyone, so if anyone needs a guide tour for the airport, let me know. I'll be there.
There you go. Thanks for coming in, everybody. We appreciate your company. Of course, this is your pal Al and Mr. Gonzo on Breakfast with Pals, which actually I'm actually eating breakfast now, which is a first. We just drink coffee, but I'm
Yeah.
actually
Well,
eating.
I'm drinking soda, but
You're
it's
drinking soda,
coffee.
and you had breakfast at like 7 o'clock this morning. You cheated a little bit, but it's all
Yeah,
right.
I cheat a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. So
remember
what's
to
up,
hit
man?
remember to hit the like button real quick
Yes.
if you can, and share this platform. It would be fantastic if you did. The more family we have in here, the better it is, because we have a lot more topics to talk about.
Look
So
at look at that. My what is it? My special effects. Like
yeah, just bah, it's crazy. Hey, I got a backdrop now. I don't know if you guys noticed this yet.
yeah, it's sideways, but yeah, it
Oh
is.
well, you improvise. You improvise. All right, it's my son's blanket. Give me a break.
Yeah,
But it's fantastic though, isn't it? It comes up very nice
yeah.
on the 922, huh?
It looks nice. Um, yeah, it's lunchtime. I know. It's my fault.
Yes.
I know. It was my fault. But anyhow, so let's talk about some cool stuff. So
Yeah.
yesterday we went to the parks. Obviously, people that follow us in Instagram saw us that we went to the park. You have fun?
Yes. Oh man, that was great. That was
Yeah,
great. There were so many things that happened that don't normally happen when I go to the park. I go to the parks like once a week, but
yeah.
with you, all of a sudden, Mr. Gonzo PR shows up and magical things started happening. We had some crazy stuff going on, man. What do you want to get into first?
I don't know. Let's talk about what we did yesterday, more or less.
All right. Well, I really want to talk about Kylo Ren.
All right, go for it.
Oh, I don't want to. I didn't want to lead off with that, but it's
Okay.
just I've been to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at least like I don't know 20 21 times now all together. If you really want to add everything up,
Yeah.
and all the visits that I've ever gone, I've always seen Chewie. I've always seen Ray. I've always seen stormtroopers, of course, everywhere. I even seen Honda Accord. Now, Honda Accord, is that his name?
On that core. That's a car, isn't it?
Honda Civic, whatever his name is. The Nerf herder. Oh, I called him a Nerf herder.
Oh my God.
No, we always see them walking around. Never really saw Kylo Ren come out. And not only, it's not like he came out, he did like a stage show, which we caught like the tail end of. But then all of a sudden, he decided to go mingle. He's walking around the park. He's talking to people, recruiting people. It seemed like it was really cool. Really cool, man.
Yeah, it was. The interaction was pretty good, and they interact with a kid. And that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they stayed in character, but he took his time and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I never thought Kylo Ren would have a heart enough to take the time to visit. I mean, the people who he was visiting. You got to understand, these people who he was visiting were the less unfortunate, less fortunate, I guess you could say. Some of them were in wheelchairs, some of them were in, other things like that. And he was stopping, he was sitting there, he's talking with them. He's being kind of mean to them because, he's a villain, Yeah. But no, that was very awesome of it, man. And I hope they do more of that, because it was great video for me.
Yeah, and it was funny because right when he was leaving, a girl came up to him and was gonna give him a hug, and all of a sudden he stopped and he was like, "You like get away!" So he went back to character, which I understand because they don't like him to touch him and stuff like that. I guess
it was almost like watching him get the good side, like the good, the light side come into him a little bit, and he was like hugging the girl, and then he's like, all of a sudden the dark side took over, and he's like, whoa, and he like pushed her away, and the stormtrooper said, "Hey, you get out of here."
Yeah, but it was
great.
I'm sorry, it was pretty cool, and we took the 360 picture, which we haven't done it yet. You received it already? I got it already.
I probably did. I haven't checked the
and the other one. Yet. And the other one I got it already, so it's pretty cool to have that picture taken.
I'm gonna add those to the video.
Yeah. We
did.
So guys, don't forget to subscribe and like Mr. Floyd Freaks channel. How many subscribers you got? You almost there to 500, right? I don't know if you got the 500 already.
Hold on. I didn't get the 500 quite yet.
Should be there already.
Yeah, we're getting really close though.
Yep. And for the people who watch the replay, which there's a lot of you, welcome to the stream. Hope you like it. And again, make sure you share, subscribe, and subscribe to Mr. Flurry Freaks. So let's get him to the 500. So
492 right now. So that's
all right. So you're almost there.
We're getting there. When we get to 500, like I was telling you before.
Oh, you gotta get me. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking of doing one of those things that most YouTubers do, where they basically, explain who they are more in detail and go into their life and their accomplishments and stuff like that. And because not too many people know exactly where I come from or what I'm about. I don't really talk about myself that much. I usually just stick to the parks and stuff. So thinking about doing like a live stream on the thing and just kind of get into where I'm coming from and where I'm doing. And
you should
going on.
You should.
People have asked, and I told them it's none of your business. No, I'm joking.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Yeah. No,
so we did a Star Wars line, obviously, and we walk around the park and stuff like that. But before we went to Hollywood Studios, we were at Epcot, and obviously we saw the pictures, and then we decided to go and actually we were going to go to Test Track, but Test Track was closed. They had some technical difficulties, whatever it was, I don't remember.
We were in the search for Disney
Christmas stuff. Yeah. Epcot's still not there. I think because of the Food and Wine, then the festival, the other festival is coming up, so probably that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So we went to, what's the ride again? I always forget that name. Space. What was it? The ride that we went to?
Oh, Mission Space.
Mission Space.
I'm sorry, Candy Mom said hit that, and she put I know it's a bell, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, she immediately went like that because I think she's thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So thanks for the effort, Candy Mom. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. So yeah, dude, it's like so we went to the right, and then you want to tell everybody what happened? Who you met over there?
Mission Space. We were in the ride, and a little OG, a little man, was standing in line with us. He checked out my channel, and he said, he said some nice things. He said that, he subscribed and stuff, and that was awesome of him. And so of course, if you're become part of the Freak Out family over at Florida Freaks, and acknowledge that, I acknowledge you, and I asked his mother if it was okay if we put him in the video. Of course, always ask. Any creators out there, make sure, especially nowadays, you have to ask and get. It shows respect. Some people don't want to be on camera, so just show that respect. But yeah, they were great. They were awesome, and they helped out with the video, and they're going to be on the next video coming up soon. Mm-hmm. And who that was is he's in the chat right now. That was OG, Little Killers. Did I say that right? Oh, yeah. OG Little Killers. Yeah. And we appreciate you, buddy, man. It was awesome meeting you, dude. You were awesome, man. And we flew that ship pretty good.
We did. It was awesome, right?
Man. Yeah. And I never done the green side before. I've always taken orange. And
yeah, orange is a more extensive.
It's more relaxed. Oh no. Orange. Yeah, green's more relaxed. Orange is wow. Yeah. Orange, you go to Mars and you go to hypersleep and you go slingshotting around the moon and you go and you crash land on Mars and all this stuff. And the other one, you just kind of just cruise around the Earth and check out all the sights, man. I was loving it.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Yep.
There you go. So guys,
make sure. Our pilot, by the way.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe to him and like and.
Yeah, show some OG some love. He's new to YouTube. He's fairly new. He looks like he's a gamer. You're a gamer, right, OG? I believe so. And show him some love.
Yeah, so
he's part of the family now.
So it was cool. It was cool to meet him and his mom. It was pretty cool. And we got to spend a little time with them. So it was pretty cool. Yeah. So then we went to eat and stuff like that. We went to Hollywood. Then we did the Kylo. We met Kylo and we went to Falcon.
Yes, we went to the
128 minutes wait time. So what we did? We did the Don't Whip That Gonzo trick. Single line.
That's right, baby.
5 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes. 5 minutos. 5 minutes.
Pretty much just ran up onto the ride.
And we went together.
Yeah.
Which is rare because usually doesn't happen. So it was
louder now.
Very weird. So it was very weird. Oh man.
Oh, well, they told us all through the whole line. They kept saying, you're going to be separated. You're going to be separated. And then they're like, hey, you two, come on.
They do that every day. Hello, Cinder. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
How are you? Yeah, that was awesome, though, man. It was awesome, but gosh, man, we keep getting stuck with the pilots that are just fresh off the factory line, huh? Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we mentioned this yesterday in the live stream with Disney Friends. With Dole Whip that we got some family pilots, small kid and his dad. Actually, the kid was piloting it.
The kid was fantastic.
The dad was like
he was
I don't know what he was doing.
The kid was swerving around the rocks and everything, just dodging everything. The father was eating the ground.
It was
He did
funny.
not realize that up was down and down was up. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's like, and Al on the back was saying, "Pull up, pull up, pull up." This guy was like all gone.
And it was a Spanish family, so I kept saying to Mr. Gonzo, I was like, "Can you say it in Spanish?" Because I
Yeah,
don't know
I don't
if
think
he's hearing me.
I don't think even Spanish or French will fix the problem. But anyway, when does the next ride open? December 5th.
December 5th. I
El
can't wait.
Cinco.
I will have a
El
cast member
Cinco.
preview for that, by the way. I'm just gonna let you know.
Nice, nice. Take me in, bro.
I'll try.
OG, I think Florida Freaks. Oh, you answer that. He wants to know when you're gonna upload the video.
Oh, within the next 2 days.
There you go.
I'll give you that. It'll definitely be within the next 2 days because
Yeah.
I want to get everything right. I always take some time on certain videos. I take a little bit of extra time to put some special effects and stuff like that into it and all that. But then there's other videos like another video that we filmed yesterday. We filmed like 3 or 4 videos yesterday, to be honest with you. And yeah, one of the other videos is kind of just like a throw together video and throw it out there, type thing.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
have
require any special.
We have fun. Then we decided to go and we went to see Indiana Jones because as you guys
Yes.
know, we mentioned it last week, the week before when we had uh, Mouth Stock, that Indiana Jones is gonna get a makeover.
Right.
So now that the new movie's coming out, I think in next year, 2020. What was it, 2021 or something like that? I think. So all that
Yeah.
stunt show is gonna be remodeled. They're gonna have new show in time to promote the new movie. So it's gonna be down for a couple of months, and so we decided to go and see it, which is fun. I think it's fun. I like it.
I love it. We
I
had
don't
pretty
mind.
decent seats.
Yeah, I'm not a person that I saw it once, I don't have to see it again. I like to every time I go, I like to watch it because something different happens. Like this time, the car didn't explode. Right? We were talking about it.
Yeah. That
And
was weird.
I went to one time, and the ball at the beginning it didn't went out. It got stuck. So, why they have to be snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes?
Yeah. So
the thing I love about Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, though, is I'm a movie buff. I love movies. I love making movies. I love, I took production in school and everything, and went to trade school for it and all that nonsense. And I end up on YouTube, but no, I love seeing that behind the scenes stuff. I love how they show you how they do stuff, especially the stunt double fighting scenes when they do that funny bit. They do it every single show. It's one of their things, but oh my God, it's hilarious every single time. Even if you've seen it 1,000 times, it's still funny.
Yeah. Hello, Lorena. Welcome to the stream. Buenos dias. Oh, yeah. Still good morning. Still 11. So yeah, we did that, and it was fun. Then we took pictures of the holidays. It was I think we ate lunch. What did we eat lunch? Oh, we ate lunch at Epcot, but then we ate dinner at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
then
it's like that backlot restaurant,
right
or not restaurant, but the fast counter is what it's called. Quick service.
Next to Indiana Jones stunt show, which by the way, I was gonna say something, and I just remember it now. I think the stunt show is still a big part for me because it keeps the studios, like the original studio theme. So
it was one of the original attractions that opened up with the studio when the studio opened. Is what you're saying, right? It's one of the few original attractions of Hollywood MGM Studios, if you will.
Yeah, so I can't wait. Let's see. Though with that says no release date for the new Indiana Jones. Their second dates was July 20, but they're pushing it back. Yeah, I think it's 2021 that I said last time. They push it to 2021. But the stunt show is gonna be based on that, and I guess the website said to promote the new movie. So it's gonna be pretty cool. What are you looking at, man?
The wife. She's inspecting.
Hello, wife.
Yeah.
Hello,
wife. Say hi. She'd say hi, but she's indisposed right now.
She's probably looking at the blanket like, what are you doing with the blanket?
She is. It's exactly what she's doing. You called it right now. She's giving me these looks like.
I'm sorry to do this to you, but guys, look at this real quick.
Why do you have to show my secrets? That's kind of like behind the scenes. Not like this. No, no, you can't say. I'm gonna add him to woo you. I swear I will. Adam woo's my friend, so I can say that. All right.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
No, but no, hey, you improvise. You do what you can do. All right. Amazon's being slow. They're not sending me my backdrop yet.
Oh man, Lorena says, "Is Harrison Ford still going to be in the movie?" Yes, he is. He is. He
Oh
is.
yes, he is absolutely.
He is. That's for sure.
From
And
what I
think
hear,
it's his daughter.
His daughter, right? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's his daughter.
Well, the good thing is that for sure he's gonna be there. He already said it. He's filming it, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm a big fan of Harrison Ford. So,
Me too.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
I hope he never retires.
Besides Tom Hanks, that's another great actor.
That's another great movie coming out. Yeah.
Which by the way, now is the time to watch the Christmas movies. Tom Hanks has some pretty.
Oh, he's got really good Christmas movies. Yeah.
Especially the one that like the Polar Express.
Yeah, Polar Express. That's a classic.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So,
but I'm looking forward to Mr. Rogers. The it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, or
yeah,
I think it's just called It's a Wonderful Day.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Yeah. Don't you want to be my neighbor? I am your neighbor, Candy Mom. Well, kind of. So it'll take a couple thousand miles.
So we ate. We did all this stuff. We did the Christmas shooting. We shot a couple of videos for Christmas. Then we were on a mission.
Yes.
A mission for what?
If you're talking about your popcorn bucket mission.
Yes. Yes.
We always go on a popcorn bucket mission when it's the holiday season with MrGonzoPR. He's right like obsessed with these things.
Is it censored?
It's kind of censored. It looks just like you, actually. I mean, a spitting image, really. Wow. Oh, there he is.
So I'm gonna do the.
This one's awesome, man. It's got the hat. It's got the Christmas.
Yeah. Remember last year, I think about it, but it was all blue. Like he had the regular.
The regular spacesuit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Now he's all dressed up for the holidays.
Yeah, and then
here's the hallmark right here.
I got the bear.
Look at that. Can you light it up? Have you pulled the tab yet?
Hold on, let me get a lighter.
Okay. No, not that. No.
What?
No, just you pull the tab underneath. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't know if you wanted to do that or not yet until you got actually.
Well, the lighter trick?
No. Pull the tab and light it up.
Oh, okay. So here, you see.
There it is.
Wait, let me turn it on. So that's the first one. You can see the little start on. Then you switch it, and then, well, you can't see it because it's real. Well, the lights are.
Oh, you can see underneath the tree limbs.
And then you got this one.
Yeah. When it's dark, when it's darker, when it's at night and stuff, man. That thing
and then it blinks. I don't know if you see it, but
it blinks. I didn't see it blinking with the other guys that were walking around.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like it. I think that's one of the most detailed ones they've come out with.
Yeah, that's
got a little Mickey on the side and everything.
They're getting better. Hopefully one day they will bring the popcorn bucket from Tokyo over here. That will be awesome.
Oh yeah. That's pretty impressive.
My brother, good morning, buenos dias. Kate, what's up? How are you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So I'm missing two more things. I'm missing the Mickey Mouse dress as Santa Claus, which I will get that probably next weekend. My family's over here. Yeah, maybe next weekend or the weekend
after. Visit Animal Kingdom for that, folks.
We need to.
It's over at Animal Kingdom.
And then I want to buy the Jingle Bell thing, which I was going to buy yesterday, but it was too late already. I didn't want to go back. I was tired already.
Back at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. So we did that. I decided to go to the car, leave this 2 gray buckets in my car, and it was like around almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we go live, me and Dol with Dad, Disney Friends. Make sure you go check out his channel. Um, so I decided, oh, let's take the Skyliner. We still got like an hour or something left to
Yeah.
kill some time. And then we come back to Hollywood, and then we can go live and we can show Christmas stuff. Awesome. So we take the Skyliner um, all the way to Epcot, which, by the way, we met some people from Florida, which was pretty cool. No, not them things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
We had
guys.
like for once in a lifetime, we had a cabin that was full of nothing but people from Florida.
Yeah, 6
Which
of
is
them.
unusual at Disney World because you never come across like 5 people from Florida in one area. There's always someone from Missouri, someone from Michigan, someone from Texas.
Yeah. So we start talking and you know get to know to each other a little bit. We told them that we were YouTubers and stuff like that, and what was your favorite park and stuff like we do here. Talk about this and stuff. Then when we went to the first stop to get to the second lane to go to Epcot,
That Caribbean.
yeah, we had so much fun that I told the guy we're 6, and all of us went again, you know, because we had so much fun.
They're like, let's go again. We don't want to meet new people. We're happy
Yeah.
with you guys.
So we were making the entrance to Epcot. We were passing by already by the lake or river, going down to Epcot, and the Skyliner stopped.
Yep.
Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Skyliner will be starting in a couple of minutes. So we decided, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah. We built a fire in the middle.
Then it moved a little bit more, like 2 feet, stop again. Another 10 minutes.
Yeah, man.
All right, we still got time. Then we went down, we said bye to the people that we met. And I
They were gonna. By the way, real quick, it was their first time at Epcot too. They never been to Epcot before.
It was.
So I was like, wow. I love those times when it's your first time to do something at Disney World.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Had to throw
that. No, we didn't. No, we didn't use emergency bucks. Not yet. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we came back to the other side yet. Yeah. So anyhow, I told Al, should we take the boat back, or you want to walk or whatever? And he goes, nah, let's take the Skyliner again.
Yeah, it was all me. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame you.
I'll let you go with it.
So we went to the Skyliner again, Epcot, and all of a sudden this thing stopped. 25 minutes, stop. We were almost ready to go in. Stop. So what we did, it was 7:45ish, almost 8 o'clock, and that thing didn't go. The boat was packed. We couldn't walk all the way through because
Hollywood.
We were tired already. So we decided let's go to Epcot.
It's a long haul from Epcot to Hollywood.
And then
the walking path.
We went back to Epcot, which, by the way, long weekend. Epcot was at that time you couldn't walk. That's how bad it was. So we had to do the live stream there. Fortunately, my plan was to show you guys yesterday in the live stream the Christmas decoration in Hollywood, and because I like Hollywood, besides Magic Kingdom, I think Hollywood has a good Christmas decoration. Plus, they got this Jingle Bell display fireworks and stuff like that. So it didn't work out, but I had fun. I think we had fun, and it was an excellent day. I think we were there from 10 in the morning until and then Al had to drive me back to Hollywood.
Yeah, we don't talk about that
because I left my car in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. So
besides that, it was fun.
You ever seen? I'm going to give him a general idea because I think this is the best way to describe it.
What are you going to talk about?
In the cartoons, in the old Disney cartoons, if you guys remember, Goofy's truck.
Oh my!
You know what I mean? Where it would be pulling up. I think he called it Betsy, if I'm not mistaken. And it would be pulling up, and it'd be like, and then when he stopped, the whole thing would be like, That's my car. Okay. I have a goofy jalopy. All right. That's what I'm rolling in. So, any help would be very helpful. Please subscribe.
You're crazy.
Okay. But no, it gets me from point A to point D, and I mean D as in Disney. So
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. It was fun, man. So, thank you
goofy
again.
struck is better. Thanks.
So thank you again for sharing time with me, and thank you for being there in the park with me.
No, of
And
course.
it was fun, man. I can't wait to see your videos, and it's gonna be great. Obviously, we have a great interaction
Absolutely.
all with them, and people think that we plan it, but we never plan it. It's just
We really don't.
it comes
We
natural.
really don't, man. Things just happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What was one of the things I'm trying to remember, but it'll come up in the videos. Actually, let's keep it as a surprise. But it's
Oh,
one of the things that happened, and we were like, we don't even plan this stuff. We don't
Yeah.
plan it. It just happened.
Yeah. That's.
It is hilarious. Though. You'll see. Remember to just watch our Gonzo and mine videos when they come out. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Oh, we got a
let's-
request. We got a request. Candy Mom says I have to see the road do a video with the car. I
oh,
don't think.
geez.
I don't.
No.
I don't think it's
He,
gonna happen.
he won't even go in the parking lot. I can't even get him in the parking lot to see the car, let alone get in it.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
He doesn't even drive cars or ride in cars. He always takes other means of transportation. He says
Yeah.
the monorail is his car. He's a punk. I love him though.
So a couple of things
Yes.
coming up. Disney Plus. Are you ready?
Yes, let's talk about it, man. All right, we got through our day and everything. It was a fantastic trip, but now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. All right. So what do you got?
Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is it? 2 more days? What's today? I don't even know what's today.
I don't know.
Today's
I'm
the
getting
10th,
super
the 12th.
excited too, though. There's a special thing that Dole Whip Dad brought to our attention yesterday. Do you remember what it is by any chance? Oh, you weren't really on there, were you? He handed me the headphones.
Oh, which by the way, don't whip that. I'm probably sure he's here. It was good. After we finished the stream, 20 minutes later, we got to ride the test track.
Yeah.
In a separate cards because since we did single rider. But
We
did.
were waiting in line.
And it was cold, man. Cold.
Yeah. Oh, but
Let
it
me see
was
if I can
nice.
find the picture. Yeah, it was
very nice.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead. Take it down.
But no, yeah, we were standing in line with Dole Whip Dad's live stream, trying to get on test track to actually ride test track while we were on stream, but the line was so long we had to wait for a while. So it was too bad. It's okay. It's all right. I'll show my secrets. I don't care. Speaking of secrets, though, if you're a cast member or you know of a cast member and you are planning to get Disney Plus, you might want to check into that because there are Mr. Dole Whip Dad himself, Jeff, the man who knows a lot of things about a lot of things, bestowed upon me some information that I was not aware of, that cast members and I think friends of cast members or family, immediate family. Let's put it that. I'm not even going to say friends because they don't usually do that. But immediate family of cast members are able to get a pretty decent discount off the first year, I believe, of Disney Plus. Yeah.
So you're gonna get me a discount. So you're gonna get me a discount?
You're not immediate family. I consider you immediate family, but Disney doesn't. So I'm sorry. Don't worry. You'll get it. You have a great occupation. I mean, you're really you're good at what you do. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Be fine.
I'll be fine.
No, but it's offering Discovery Channel, Marvel movies, like everything Marvel across the board, everything Disney, everything Simpsons. What, am I missing anything? What else is there?
What's the first thing that you're gonna watch?
It's Hulu.
What's the first thing you're gonna watch, brother?
There you go. I think Dole Whip Dad put up a link.
Oh, good.
To yep.
I know he cares, Candy Mom.
Yep.
I know he cares.
I appreciate it, though, Dad. Thanks, man. I love any information you come across, and he always shares it with us too. He's a good man. Good man. Go check out Dole Whip Dad. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He goes live way more than we do. To tell you the truth. Good Lord,
He
son.
he he, he blogs every day.
Yes.
He has live show every Thursday. Football party every Thursday. Then
Mhm.
he streams Saturday in the morning with his wife. Then Saturday streams with this good-looking guy right here. And Sunday he has Disney too. So go ahead and watch him tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is 8 Central time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
And more importantly than that, sometimes I grace his airways as well. So, wait, hold on. That didn't come out right. You know what I mean. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't think that
That
worked.
wasn't right. You, you,
Yeah,
you get the general idea. Dope Dad said it's free. It's kind of considered something for cast members who can't or don't want to go to the
yeah.
parks, think Disney Store employees and all that nonsense. Nice.
Wait, okay, can I do it like this?
Yeah, you got it. Oh, that's awesome,
Look
man.
at that.
That came out good.
Yeah,
We
that
look
came out good.
mean. Look at
Yeah,
us. We
we're
look
mean.
like we shouldn't be there.
We are mean dudes, man. We're mean
I will be
dudes.
surprised if Disney security doesn't walk up to us the next time we show up. Excuse me, guys. We have a picture of you guys hanging out. You were looking too
That's fine.
badass. I don't think you could come in here.
So I can wait. Mandalorian is gonna be the first episodes I'm gonna watch. Well, I think first three or first two.
Mhm.
So I can wait for that and obviously enjoy
Yeah,
Disney Cast,
Mandalorian's gonna be awesome.
and I will enjoy the stocks for Disney going,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
they already went up, which
I
is
didn't
gonna be
get in
better.
there.
You should. You still have time, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
try.
so 9 Eastern time. All right, and he has DG Explorers tonight. So yeah, go check him out. Make sure you subscribe to Don't Wait That. Thank you, buddy, for being here. So, what you got for some news? You're the news anchor today.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I haven't been over there myself quite yet, man, but I heard on the grapevine that it's something we always talk about, and we always talk kind of negative about it. I mean, I will go there. We try not to be negative as much as we possibly can. But a lot of times when we mention Dino Land, we usually have a sour face upon our face. Look, see, I just did it just now. Did you notice that? I was like, Dino Land.
I like it. I
I
mean,
don't like it. I never
the,
have.
the dance
But,
party. We can
but,
get down. The dance
but
party.
they decided, according to a lot of sources that I know and are good friends with, they told me that, or they told
Google.
us that.
Google.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
No, it wasn't Google. It was a couple of friends. Listen,
Google
they
Yahoo.
decided to dress up Dino Land for Christmas, which is something they don't normally do, according to my information. So
Good. Somebody said, sorry to
I want to get
interrupt.
the pictures out there. We're going next weekend. I want to see what's going on.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think it was Candy Mom. If correct me if I'm wrong, because she was saying that Animal Kingdom is stepping up for Christmas this year, which is good. So it's good. It's good. I don't think.
Everybody's talking about Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and I don't think I have been in Animal Kingdom Christmas. No, I don't think so. So it'll be cool to go and see it.
Mhm.
It
When we were on the Skyliner, we asked what was your, actually we didn't ask. They were asking, we
uh,
were throwing questions around. One of them said, "What's your favorite theme park?" And majority of the freaking their cart was like Animal Kingdom.
I hate Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, but we get it so much. Whenever somebody asks, "What's your favorite park?" a lot of people say Animal Kingdom. It's
You know who?
weird.
You know who likes Animal Kingdom?
Who?
Don't with that.
No, of that, of course. That's why everybody likes Animal Kingdom because Dole Whip Dad likes it.
Uh,
He's
I
a
don't.
trender. You know
I
that.
don't. I don't. I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like it. I mean, I go to it, but it's not.
I don't like Dino Land. I love Animal Kingdom though. I really do. It's one of my favorite theme parks. It's not my favorite theme park. If you were to put theme parks in order for me, it would be Magic Kingdom. Okay, I love Magic Kingdom. I love the feeling, the nostalgia there. Epcot, a close second of being first, and then Hollywood, and then Animal Kingdom. But Animal Kingdom is still like loved by me though, because it's got a lot of good aspects to it. It's got Avatar there. It's got Everest. You know what I mean? It's got the
Everest.
Safari. You know,
Safari. Yeah, safaris. That's fine. Good morning, Christy. 13 more
Christy.
days, right? 13 more days. I think she's coming down here. 13, 12.
13 more days. She should be coming.
Christy, how many days? 13, 12, 20. Come on, though, with that. It's all about red rights. What rights? Hold on. It's
How
gonna.
about the 4 rides they have there?
What, the safari, Everest, and what else?
The Safari, Everest, Avatar.
Avatar.
I mean, you know,
All right,
all of
great.
Avatar.
Avatar is okay. Everest is good, but that's it. That's it. Hollywood Studios is better. I like it. That's just me.
I like Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has stepped up, man. It used to be the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, Christy, look. She hasn't seen it. Look, Christy, I got the. Oh, let me go back. Look, Christy, I got the Christmas tree.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, she said 13 days.
All right, cool. So we'll be here. I'll be here.
Awesome.
And then
Look
I got this
forward
one,
to it.
Christy. I'll say it. I look like him, but there you go. And I almost broke the lamp. and then I'm gonna next weekend I'm gonna get Mickey Mouse, Santa Claus, and the Jingle Bells. Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Nice. That's gonna be awesome.
I know. Listen. So with that, let me know if you have your camera, man. I invite you in because we're gonna have a discussion. I know I'm up about the rides, but there's not enough rides in Animal Kingdom. I'm telling you, they need more rides. You know what would be good if they put Indiana Jones? Then I said, all right.
Oh, then it'll set it off. Yeah. That'll be awesome.
But Safari, I could go to the zoo. I could go to the Miami Zoo for that.
So they got holiday lights and fun over there at Dino Land. It might pick it up a little bit. Like I said, I want to go over there. I want to check it out, see what they did. You know, over at Magic Kingdom, they got a new show.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What?
Lynette, no, he doesn't. My brother likes Hollywood Studios. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I got
Anyway, Magic Kingdom's got a new show. The Holiday Magic of Disney, or in the Holiday Magic of Disney, or something like that. Yeah, it's a new fireworks show, but it has Frozen 2 characters in it, from what I understand.
Wait, Candy Mom, there was a mistake of what
You're
you
just not
typed.
paying attention to what I'm saying. You want the news, and you're not paying attention to the news.
Hold on, man. I'm looking at the chat.
I'm sorry.
You just open what is it? A can of
Worms?
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate
Yes.
it. Sorry. I'm doing a million things. I'm sending invitation to email and watching the chat. So Candy Mom, it should be MKHS Epcot and then AK.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to guide you and help you out.
Well, I think Epcot before Hollywood Studios, but
you're another one. Oh my god.
I like Epcot.
Okay, so we're gonna get out of the topic for a second. Why is Animal Kingdom so good?
It's true.
You go. You got 1 minute.
What?
Why? Why is Animal Kingdom so good? Come on.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Every time we ask somebody what their favorite theme park is, you expect them to say Magic Kingdom. You expect them to say Epcot. Even Hollywood Studios now, because of Star Wars and all that stuff. But no, they say Animal Kingdom. They say Animal Kingdom. I love Animal Kingdom. I do, but it's not my favorite park. If someone was to say, listen, you can only go to one
30
theme park.
seconds. 30 seconds.
You can only go to one theme park today. That's it. You have to pick right now. What do you want? I'd be like Magic Kingdom. Right off the bat. You know? Or Epcot, depending on how I'm feeling. You know? But I would never say Animal. Oh, well, in that case, I want to go to Animal Kingdom. I don't understand it. I really don't.
Jeez. Jaden, what's up, man?
You know? What do you guys think?
Hold on. This is going to get much better now.
Throw it!
This is gonna be so much better.
Wait a minute, are you drinking coffee?
It's just water. I'm trying to be healthy because I weigh like all the pounds, so I went with water this morning.
That's all right.
The problem
Water's
with water
good for
is I'm in the bathroom all day, which is a little more than you probably want to know, but
is it tap water?
it is.
H2O,
Well,
baby.
So it's tap water that my wife puts in this Brita thing, and then I don't know. So yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it works. Hey, I got the same thing.
Cup, Christy, which is for you. Not really. It was already in there, but I saw what you
said. Oh, Starbucks.
All right, yeah.
Hold on. Anything you want to ask me, but do you use Nike on the wall? It makes me warm. Like it makes me feel cozy, like winter in Orlando.
What does?
The blanket.
Your blankie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm a fan of blankies.
Yes,
I've got my fair share of blankies on my wall.
I got one.
A backdrop, dude. What kind of backdrop does Al want? I know you're a green screen guy. Is the problem, right? Like you're all about green screens.
Well, that's exactly what you see here and here.
Yeah.
Behind it is the green screen. I'm going to be doing live on Twitch.
The live streamer. You know, I was listening in when you said I live stream all the time. You live stream more than me on Twitch, yes?
Yes, that's true. I live stream every single day on Twitch.
Live streamer.
That's right. That's true. But you do I don't know.
Well, he blogs every
You
day.
do interesting live streams. I'm just playing video games all day long. You're actually have topics and stuff.
What?
Are you going to play the new Star Wars game, Al, on your channel?
Yes, I am. I already have it locked in. I'm going to be getting it Thursday night.
We are.
I was going to say, I think you play with Gonzo, right? So I was actually, we were busy, it was on the stream, but I was asking about Google Stadia. Is that how you say that? Google Stadia?
Google Stadia. Yeah, Google Stadia.
I don't know, whatever. But I'm going to look into it. My daughter, I have 4 daughters. My oldest of my 2 that still live at the house really, really liked Battlefront, the last Star Wars game, whatever I got. I don't know. But the new one she's geeked about. And so I've been playing with the idea of trying it out and maybe doing some streaming. And my only buddy I know who's streaming gaming is you.
Yes.
So, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like I played Civilization. And that was it. I don't know gaming like you do.
You guys don't know what Google Stadia is, what he's talking about. I have it actually open right over here. It's Google Stadia is an upcoming cloud gaming service operated by Google. It is said to be capable of streaming live video games up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second with support of high dynamic range, and also be able to connect to YouTube a lot easier and a lot more efficiently. So if you have a YouTube channel,
there you go.
And you have
what I'm excited about
Stadia, you'll be able to live stream. From what this is saying, you might be able to live stream to both of them at the same time without having a second.
Highly integrated into Google, the ecosystem. And so if you're already a gamer and you're already a YouTuber, most gamers are already on, like you're on Twitch and on YouTube. That's kind of rare. So I think that's why I was asking you today.
Hard to do.
We were busy, but I think you are well positioned, my friend, to get in early on Stadia. But I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I thought I might reach out to you and.
I think I will. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a free service too. From what I understand,
just like I've read, it sounds awesome. Again, I don't know about gaming like you do, but
how much is going to be the equipment?
I haven't looked that close, honestly. I haven't looked at. I want to talk to Al about how hard it is to get into gaming. Like, I'm a 50-year-old who doesn't game.
I think you already have the equipment.
I mean, I can get the equipment, but my angle would be like old Disney dude with his kids and his grandkids. It might be fun. I'm not going to game every dang day.
No.
But Gonzo, you were in the chat the other day where Dave was talking. Well, mostly to you. You and Dave were talking about gaming.
Yeah.
I had already been thinking about it, and I was talking to Al a tiny bit. But anyway,
it's interesting. Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks like it's gonna do something. So
there's a bunch of cool Disney games that would fit on all of our channels. Frankly, I mean, I'm not a gamer like you guys, but that Kingdom of Hearts is hugely popular.
Yeah,
the Star Wars new game is gonna be huge,
amazing. Yes.
Yeah, and there's other things coming down the pike that, well, probably a lot that I'm not aware of. But anyway, back to Gonzo and rides.
Oh, well, hold on. There's one more thing I wanted to say real quick. I've been playing a game. I haven't played it in a while though. It's called Disney Magic Kingdoms. It's kind of like an app game for PC.
Yes, one of my daughters who doesn't live with us anymore loves that game. I've never played it, but she's obsessed with it.
You kind of like build your own Magic Kingdom.
Isn't it like expensive though? You gotta like buy stuff and.
It is. It's a pay to play app. Yeah.
Pay to play. Yeah.
I'm pretty cheap with
Yeah,
things
that's
that
why I stopped playing. Is because it was just like
Yeah, she was addicted to it.
Mhm.
So Candy
It
Mom
is
says that she's awesome at Tetris. I love Tetris.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
that's classic.
I have never played Tetris.
Really?
What?
It's the like rectangles that fall down, right?
Yeah, the blocks.
Yeah, 10 years after I'd been dead, well, I still won't be that bored.
All right. have you played Mario Brothers?
No.
Zelda.
And I work with kids who play games.
Have you played Mario Brothers? No.
No. I've run gaming rooms, computer labs, and after school programs with it in there, so I'm aware of it. No.
Never actually
Solitary.
played.
Huh?
Solitary.
Gonzo, I love you, dude. Solitaire, I have played, but I actually watch this, young people. I've used cards, not. Have I played solitaire on the? No, that's not true. I have played solitaire.
Finally something.
Well, that's not the way to go.
You'd play Jedi though.
And here's going to drive you crazy, Gonzo. Everybody watch his head explode. He's going to call me a liar. So I love games. I play lots of games. I do.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Board game.
Head games.
Monopoly. you know which one I like? I like Monopoly board game.
I mean, I've got a Nightmare Before Christmas Monopoly that I haven't opened, but I love it.
Clue.
I was down for Clue years ago. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
About board games now.
Yeah.
So,
I want to see
honestly, early in YouTube, before I became this Disney YouTube deciding to do that, I was going to do a board game show.
Wow.
There's a great YouTube show. Oh, what is that guy's name? He's an actor. He was in like, I don't know, one of the Star Treks or something. And he's got a show, at least he used to, I don't know. And it was, he'd bring his friends over and they'd have a kind of a dinner party and they'd play board games. And I loved the idea.
That is perfect. Yeah, that's great. A really good idea.
I've got Catan, which I've never played because I don't have, my wife doesn't like games like me, but I've played with this idea for a while. I wish you guys lived in Texas or I lived in Orlando because maybe I could talk you guys into it, but need a crew of people.
That would be pretty interesting to do.
It'd be fun.
We have the technology.
I mean, this is kind of inside baseball stuff. Might bore your people in chat to death, but maybe we should talk offline about it. But I do have an idea on how we could do it.
Okay.
Let's talk afterwards. Actually, there's a game called Villainous that I've almost bought like 100 times, but I don't have anybody to play with me. Because my wife is super awesome, but doesn't like games because she doesn't like fun things apparently. But
so if anyone out there, Christmas is coming up. If you find a Star Wars Monopoly for cheap, please send it to me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do they have a Star Wars Monopoly?
Of course, they have.
I'm sure they do. Got everything else.
That would be cool.
Of course. So, my friend, go with that.
Yes.
Why Animal Kingdom?
Because it's awesome. Okay, so ready, set?
Ready.
First of all, I'll tell you. Do you want to hear why I love it, or do you want me to tell you why I think you don't?
No. Why you love it?
All right. You want me to tell you about why?
Start with why you love it. Yeah, because I want to know why everybody else.
They all want me to start with why Gonzo doesn't love it. You heard him say it, so there you go. You're riddling, dude. You want to ride a ride all the time. So let's start with your rides.
Okay.
Everest was my favorite ride on the planet until just about a month and a half ago when I rode Flight of Passage, which means the two best rides for me are in Animal Kingdom. Plus, Kilimanjaro Safari is awesome. Now, I do love animals. I like that kind of thing. I love Cali River Rapids. Super fun, especially when it's 1,000 freaking degrees there, which is every day.
I agree.
So those four right there, it's probably an hour and a half's worth of awesome right there. By the way, you can walk Avatar Land and just be in awe. Oh, and you can do this. I don't even like to shop, but the shops in the Africa area are spectacular. Mombasa Marketplace. I might not be saying that right. Super fun. I always drop too much money there. And then I love the Lion King show. Love me the that's just awesome. I mean, have I gone enough? The food there is amazing. The theming in India is amazing. The theming in I haven't even seen the Up show yet, but you got Kevin cruising around. You got crazy tree bark ladies hanging out. What's not to love? You are an e-ticket ride guy. You just want to be on Space Mountain all day long. True or false?
True. So that's why
I see where you're going with this. I know that. I see where you're going with this, Jeff.
I mean, that
you Ritalin.
Here's the thing.
You guys should talk at exactly the same time. That's freaking crazy how you did that like 3 in a row.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Animal Kingdom may not have many rides, but I will give you this. All the rides that they do have, all the attractions that they do have are high quality attractions. They're e-ticket attractions, if you think about it.
So, Gonzo, me and you hung out
at Magic
Kingdom with Al, yes?
Where?
Me and you hung out at Magic Kingdom with Al, yes?
Oh, Magic Kingdom, yeah.
How many rides did we ride? Because I bet it's about the same amount as I just told you we're at Animal Kingdom. Go ahead, name them. Or Al, you were there. You can say
5. That's 5.
How many did I just name?
5.
Yeah, but
so name the 5. So we did Flight of Passage. Hold on. I named Flight of Passage. I named Cali River Rapids. At Kilimanjaro Safari. What am I forgetting? Oh, Everest, my favorite one. Mm-hmm. And versus your 5. Go.
Okay. So
what 5 did we ride at Magic Kingdom?
Thunder Mountain with the Haunted House, Pirates,
awesome.
Haunted Mansion, Pirates, yep.
Thunder Mountain,
we did.
Yeah, we did, right.
Yeah. Awesome. People Mover.
Boring. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I'm gonna hang up.
We tried to ride the Carousel of Progress, but it didn't quite work out that way.
Mine Train.
I feel like if we count that one, that's a point for Animal Kingdom, Al, but whatever.
I understand. Okay, I give you the rides. All right, the rides are good and stuff like that.
5.
But if I want to see animals, I go to the zoo. I go to the Metro Zoo, man.
It is a zoo. You get to go to the zoo and ride Flight of Passage and eat some amazing food and.
That's true. He has a point, Gonzo. He has a point. I understand why people like it
Gonzo,
now. I'm sorry.
If I'm ever wrong, I'll call you up and I'll let you. It hasn't happened yet, but someday if it does.
You wrong? That's not going to happen. You wrong? That's never going to happen.
I can't help it. It's not my fault. It's the burden that I bear.
I don't like it. And I'm going to do a duel with that now. And I don't care if I don't like it. And I don't care. Like, duel with that says.
Have I ever said that?
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
Listen, they need to do something.
No. I really wish they would get rid of Dino Land. That's all I care about, really.
So, Dino Land is interesting, and Al,
you named all amazing rides, but you notice not one of those rides were in Dino Land. So.
Dinosaur on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Dinosaur, Al?
Dinosaur's a good ride as far as technology.
Is it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Other than that, no.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a negative 47. That thing is so outdated.
Finally, somebody smart that got here. Thank you, Brian. I like the zoo better. Thank you.
Brian. Oh, Orlando. Okay. Orlando Theme Park 360. I like your channel. Not so much your taking Gonzo's side, though.
What did my brother said? Hold on. Let me see. What did he say? Where'd he go?
The humidity of Animal Kingdom.
You're right, Candy. The regular zoo doesn't have the safari experience. Of course it does.
What?
You rent a bicycle and you can have the experience.
What?
Dino Land is horrible. Yes, I agree.
It is horrible. But
we can all agree on that.
Watch. In a couple of years, they're gonna do a Indiana Jones.
There have been plenty of people who've said that. I think that would be very smart. Like, I don't know. I like Harrison Ford. He was old when, I don't know. Return of the Jedi hit. So if he can survive the planet before they decide on what's going on with this Indiana Jones 37, that'd be nice. But I was actually hoping, they were going to give it to Shia LaBeouf but he obviously went.
Yeah, he went haywire.
Yeah.
How cool would it be, though, to have the Indian chief walking around going Kali Ma to people? Is
he an Indian chief? He's actually from India. Okay, Indian chief. All right.
Yeah, he was like an India chief.
Yeah,
not really Indian.
You threw me off there for a minute. That's pretty good. I actually really liked that one when that came out. That guy freaked me out a little bit. And then
That
the
was
pretty girl in the pit of burning things. Not cool.
That was one of the most hated Indiana Jones until Crystal Skulls came out.
Oh my god, that was dumb.
Oh, God.
I love one. I love the one with Sean Connery.
Yes,
I'm down for Indiana Jones, but they do throw in some
wrongs. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see rerun. What's his name? Not rerun. Shortstop. No. What was the little boy's name? Shortstop or
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Whatever his name was.
Shortstop? I don't know.
The one from the Astros?
You couldn't have
from part two. From part two.
I know what you're talking about now. You couldn't have that character now. Everybody call it racism.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
I didn't know that when I talked about your top hat the other day. What the heck?
Short run, rerun,
short run. I don't know. Rerun was funny.
Rerun was great.
Jason Momoa as Indy would be awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking Matt Damon, but it's all the females that like that Jason Momoa guy. That guy's got a good gig. Just don't cut your hair. Work out every day. Take your shirt off. That's a good gig.
Yeah, you're good to go.
You can get that work.
It brings money. So, all right. So, let's take Animal Kingdom out of the picture.
Okay.
What's your next favorite park?
Me or Al?
No, you.
I mean, it really depends. I love them all, honestly. Like I don't dislike any of them. Probably Epcot. I love World Showcase. I know another one. You don't. We love Disney.
Yeah, I
love Disney. Gonzo, you love Disney. We love Disney for different things, though. I learned that very much so on our trip. I love World Showcase. But I also love the Magic Kingdom. But the thing with the Magic Kingdom is I'll never like it as much as I like Disneyland because I'm from there. Short round. Oh. Yeah, I think she's right. Short round.
Short round. That's it.
I mean, Disneyland over Disney World. Nope. I'm sorry. Disneyland over the Magic Kingdom for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Disney World better than Disneyland proper because I got 2 parks versus 4 plus all the resorts. So does that make sense? So I think for me, Epcot 1, Animal Kingdom 2, Magic Kingdom 3, Hollywood Studios 4, except for during Christmas. I like Hollywood Studios even better.
Yeah.
But now but that doesn't even take into effect Galaxy's Edge, so I might have to rethink that. I don't know. And then that's not even including Disneyland, which I love, and I love DCA, but I haven't been there in quite some time. That didn't really answer your question. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You know what's beautiful? We saw some pictures. I think we're going next weekend. Disney Springs. They have all the Christmas trees there now. And
yeah.
So
during our stream last night, he had like 700.
Yeah, he did, right?
But he was there, and I'll probably watch the replay. I got to go last year. I fell in love with it on Instagram 2 years ago, and we had just missed it 2 years ago. Last year, we actually went, no joke, we went during Christmas for a few reasons, but one of the high reasons was I wanted to see that Christmas tree trail.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? It was the first thing we did. We stayed off property for one day that trip. It was right across the street from Disney Springs. I don't remember the hotel. Doesn't matter. It was right across the street. You could just go over the bridge. It was right there. It was really cool. And we walked right into Disney Springs. So it was the first thing we did on our trip. It was the first night it was open there. Or I think it was. Point being, the whole world was there. Like you had to walk sideways to get through people. And I got video of every tree. And it took a good hour and a half, 2 hours because there was all the people. Both of my daughters and my wife were totally over it. They're kill me. They're spending $500 on candy cane, or I'm sorry, cotton candy that's sprinkling, linking up. And I don't know, they were having a whole different experience than me. I was having a blast. It was amazing. Fake snow, as everybody's calling Snoke this year. I think that's hilarious.
Snoke. Yeah.
I never heard that until this year. I don't know if that's new or not, but
I heard it this year too.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's pretty funny. But I loved it. I think you guys know I'm a Christmas lunatic. I love it.
Yeah.
We always called it Florida snow.
Well, yeah, I know.
Snow, yeah.
I'll go with snow. I'll pretend like that was my idea. Snow.
Yeah,
that's great.
Which, by the way, hi Mar, welcome to the.
Hey Mar.
By the way, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you realized yesterday, but they were shutting out snow last night when we went to the tower. Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. At Hollywood Studios, they've been shooting snow out. Well, when I went there for that live. Well, not live. It was a live taping, I guess you call it. I don't know how they figure that out, but it's for a show that they're going to be putting on. I believe it's going to be on ABC. A holiday special. They were shooting snow out like all over the place, like all night long. And it was pretty cool. Funny thing though, I got a little bit of a funny story that has an association with the Disney Springs. My wife and I, a couple of years ago, when Frozen was coming out,
Frozen.
we went and saw Santa Claus.
Okay.
And when we were standing in line in Santa Claus, they had a whole bunch of advertisements for Frozen. And I remember the lady, I'll never forget it. The lady was standing behind me with a couple of her other lady friends. They were older ladies, and they said, "You know what?" The lady
Guys,
said,
"I gotta take this. I'll be right back." Okay.
Go ahead.
The lady said, "You know what?" She said, "This looks like a great movie, but it's never going to make it." And the other girl said, "Why not? Why do you say that?" She said, "Because it's not Disney. It's not Disney. It doesn't have Disney's feel to it."
Really?
Yeah. And I was like looking at her like, I think it does. The characters look like have the Disney look to them, like princess look to them and stuff like that. They have the small nose, and the I just laugh at it because how remarkably wrong she was. It's just incredible because Frozen was like an iconic movie. It was right up there with like Snow White, I'd say, and the Seven Dwarfs and Cinderella. It just became a legendary classic like overnight. And I'm wondering how part 2 is going to do, man. So
That's what I was gonna ask, and how 2 is gonna do. But I think 2 is gonna be awesome because everybody is gonna watch it. I mean,
it looks cool.
Yeah, it's gonna have more action. I think. It's one of the things that people have asked for
a long time now. Yeah,
for a long time, and I think it's gonna be good. Personally, it could. I will watch it on DVD or Disney Plus when it comes out, but
yeah,
I'm gonna go to the movies. Now, what I want to see, obviously, is Star Wars. I'm ready for Star Wars. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I already have my ticket for that and everything. I got a ticket for Fandango.
She's got a ticket to ride.
From pre-ordering Jedi Fallen Order, the video game. I actually got a Fandango ticket. So,
cool.
Yeah, they gave me a free ticket. So they were like, "You could use this to go see Rise of Skywalker," and I'm like, "What else would I go see?" I mean, honestly.
So I have a question for you.
Besides Frozen 2. Yeah.
What else you have for us today?
Oh, as far as news or as far as what?
News.
As far as news. Oh, actually, I just looked down at my notes.
Wait. OG has a question for you.
Okay. What is it? I have a question. How can I have success on YouTube? Now, that's a whole different story, son. That's going to take another entirely long. Here, I'll sum it up for you, okay? And I'm talking for a guy who only has 500 subscribers, but you also got to understand that I religiously study YouTube, and I have a lot of friends that do the same thing, friends who are like Mr. Beast, and it's just to name drop a couple of people. But
give me a second. Hello, Paper, Scissors, and Vacations. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So I listen to them. I listen to Roberto Blake, and people like that. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look them up on YouTube. If you want to know about how to work YouTube the correct way in order to get your message across, not only legally but also respectably, you want to listen to Roberto Blake. You want to listen to, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of his name. It'll come to me in a little bit.
So let me do a short version of it. Just and by the way, Christy Corner is 20 away for 1,000. So let's get her there. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. If any of my mods can put the link there, appreciate you. OG, simple. And out to Al's point, just listen to them. You can learn a lot. But just be yourself, man. That's one of the tricks.
Right.
Just be yourself, have fun, and be active in YouTube all the time. And the subscribers will get there. So
that's it. Two main things. Be yourself. Do not be like somebody else. Don't try to take on a persona. And the other thing is be consistent. Put videos out. Don't worry about the content as far as like, you know, being the best and being movie production quality and all this other stuff. You don't have to do that on YouTube. YouTube is a place for you to share your ideas, your values, what you want to talk about. It's a way for a community to come together. And if you attach yourself to that premise and stop thinking that you got to put out the next George Lucas film, okay, you will succeed on YouTube. And now I'm talking from experience, because when I started YouTube 2.5 years ago, I was the George Lucas guy. I wanted to put out the most perfect videos in the world, and it took me forever and a day to put out one video every week and a half. And that's the reason I'm at 500 subscribers right now, is because my content is good and I love YouTube and I'm a very friendly guy and I have a good persona, I like to say. But the problem is that I never was consistent. I didn't put out videos as much as I should.
Just
and
have fun,
topics, interesting topics too, and interesting topics that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go with something that is like, oh, I'm going to talk about something that is trending and I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm going to talk about it because everybody else is. You don't want to do that, right? Dole of that? I mean, is that right?
I got in late. I was taking a call, but when I popped in the second, I don't know, you guys were in the middle of talking about.
He knows how to do the right way too.
So what you said, Al, I totally agree with. I think do what you love and do it better every day. Don't try to be George Lucas. I like what you said. Today, try to be George Lucas or whoever you're aiming for in 20 years. Like, I love Casey Neistat. I love Peter McKinnon. I don't want to be them, but I want to learn from them.
Very good.
And that's why
aim your sights towards being like that, being that professional.
Just get, so look at, I'm a huge goal guy in all things in life. If I care about it, I keep score. And for whatever reason, the world has changed. Some people think that's bad. That's because they have a bad self-esteem. Good luck to you. But if you want to get better at something, get better at it. I chose to do a daily vlog in 2019 for one reason. I knew that if I put 365 videos out between January 1st and December 31st, 2019, I'd get better at it. And I'm not saying I'm good at it. I will say I'm way freaking better at it than I was at this time last year.
Sure.
And there's another thing. And Al and Gonzo, we had this talk at the Electric Umbrella, whatever, in Epcot at 2 a.m. Yeah. And I loved that conversation. We actually got passionate about it. I am very passionate about people getting better at stuff. Again, I work with kids. You want to piss me off? Tell me you can't. You want to make me not like you? Tell me you think I can't. Like, I think that the truth is that you can be whatever you want to be. Now, that doesn't mean you can be it today. Like, my daughter and her husband have a YouTube channel. They posted like 12 videos. They've got a couple thousand views per video. They could crush it. They've got a skill set, and they got a cute personality, got a cute kid, blah, blah, blah. But they want it. They want to talk about, oh, YouTube is mad at me and they won't support me and blah, blah, blah. Shut up about what other people can do. Nope. I shouldn't compare myself to you, Al, or Gonzo, or Christy, or anybody. I should compare myself to me last month.
Right.
And if I'm better this month than I was last month, I should continue on that journey, and I should figure out how better to do that. So for me, it was daily vlogging and doing a show with Gonzo, and now I'm doing it with my wife, and I like my DisTube show, and but it's not about I'm this and I know these people. For me, it's about I just want to get better. Now, it also drives me crazy when people say it's not about the money, because of course it's not. If you want to start a business, go start a business. But if you treat it like it might become a business, good things happen. I mean, nobody who made it big on YouTube early thought they would. It was just a kind of a blessing. Hey, sister's vacation. So I do treat it that way. I've talked to Gonzo about this a little bit. I am monetizing, and I don't mean, hey, YouTube, send me 3 cents of your 2 cents. I'm gonna, I sponsor a couple channels. Gonzo sponsored a channel for a month. I believe in that, and I'm going to give my community an opportunity to support that. People who do Patreon, that kind of thing. I just think, I think if you treat it with respect, whatever it is, I'm talking about my channel and you guys' channel, but you could talk about it could be your wife, it could be your home, it could be your car. If you treat it with respect and you try to get better every day, the sky's the freaking limit.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm passionate about this stuff?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Roberto Blake
I
put
love
out a
him.
video. Yes, he's an awesome dude. He put out a video quite recently, which was a really, really great short video. It's not going to take a lot of your time up, but it is something you need to watch if you want to be a creator on YouTube. It's called Make 100 Crappy Videos. That's the title.
I've heard him talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's all because he's absolutely correct. He talks about how Mr. Beast and all these other,
Yep.
you know, PewDiePie and all these huge YouTubers, the first 100 videos they put out weren't, you know, oh my God, look at that
first video.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
No, I don't know Roberto. I've talked to Roberto. You know a lot of people, Al. I don't know Roberto. I've got to talk to him 3 or 4 times, and we've had a few conversations. It's nothing real. But and he actually is a little rough on people, if you ask me.
He is.
But
for a good reason.
That's a niche that needs to be. I mean, I can see myself in that niche. Frankly, I stop saying somebody owes you something. Look, here's the truth, and have the courage. Here you go. Here's a nugget. Ready, set? In my arrogant self, here it comes. Have the courage to be disliked. How about that? Don't think that everyone is supposed. You know what? I get called arrogant all the time. I am insanely a self-confident guy. I am. I'm God's favorite. I believe. I'm not going to try to. You know, I'm skipping church today. I'm not at church, but I believe this deeply. God don't make no junk. I'm his favorite. I'm tied with all of you lunatics. Some of you just don't know it. And so I can do whatever I want to do. And so can Gonzo, and so can Al, and so can Candy Mom, and so can OG Little Kills. I fix your name OG, but that's just me. So could Orlando Theme Park 360. I think that we all can do whatever the heck we want to do. But I think most people just want to make excuses. And I think Roberto is freaking proof of that. That guy is a artistic, sensitive, if I may. I don't know well enough to say that, but entrepreneurial minded. Don't tell me I can't stud. And in a world where 10, 20 years ago, you could not be artistic and make a living very easily. Look at what we're doing right now. We're on YouTube. This is one of many platforms that you can get rich from your jammies. Shut up with your excuses and go do it. And by the way, this isn't my job. I've got a job. I love my job. You guys all have jobs.
Right.
But if I had the unfortunate situation where I couldn't work ever again, could I make a living out of YouTube? Yes. And so could everyone else on the freaking planet.
Yes. It's true. If you apply yourself, though. You have to apply yourself. Yeah. You have to, you know.
And it wouldn't be day one. You wouldn't be a millionaire day one. You wouldn't make 10,000 day one. But I'll make a couple. I'll make a small 4 digits my first 12 months on YouTube with very little effort as it relates to a real job. It's not a real job. It's fun.
Yep.
Spend an hour and a half a day or so on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So what am I missing? Reruns of Friends. That was for you, Gonzo.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So the topic came because OG, which we met yesterday in the parks, that kid that we were in the park, he was asking how he could be successful in YouTube. So that's all this topic came up. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
May I, OG Killers? I don't know you at all. Fix your name. It says Killers. About 90% of the people will ignore you because it says Killers. Now, I know you're a gamer, and I know it's different on Twitch, but if you're looking for a wide audience, don't piss people off in your name.
Yeah, it's Florida Freaks does that enough. Can you just
you know, you talk about I like your name, Florida Freaks.
Yeah, but Florida Freak Out is better. I think it explains it a lot more of what
Maybe,
the channel's trying to do. You know, it's not trying to be a freak. It's trying to freak out.
We've talked about it one-on-one. We talked about it in streams. I like your name, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I just got tired of, I mean, perfect example for OG too, to hear this. That over 2.5 years, I'm tired of explaining my name, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to walk up to somebody and say, "Oh, I have a YouTube channel called Florida Freaks," and they look at you like, and then you're like, "Oh, it's everything you freak out about Florida." Oh, that's clever. That's great.
I mean, I like it. I mean, part of your name is, you know, some ready for people to get mad. Some people are just stupid, so it is what it is. But OG Killers is definitely it puts you into
a gamer name.
Dole Whip Dad puts me in a niche. If you know Disney well, you know I'm a Disney person. If you don't know Disney well, you don't know what the heck my name talks about.
True.
And that's kind of why I went with it.
They might think you work for Dole.
I didn't know. I did actually. I'm gonna lie here. I don't want to lie. I've had people, including my wife, think that you were a PR guy.
Yeah.
Public relations. I've joked with you about it. I knew
had
it
a couple
early,
people
but I
that
think I
actually
already
said
knew
that, yeah.
you. I think I'd already talked to you before I don't know. I don't really know why. It was a long time ago. But, you know, your name is your name. And at some point, you're going to create your persona. Your name doesn't matter that much. But there's, you know, your name, your title of your video, and your thumbnail. Like, you could be the best at ranking videos in the world. You could be #1 on Google every time. And if your thumbnail doesn't make me want to click it, I ain't going to watch, right? So,
yeah, true.
So the name, you are right.
Those are the main things there.
But Florida Freaks, I don't think would turn anybody off. I think it's, hey, I know he's in Florida. He's probably fun. Let's check him out. That's what I would think.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
True.
January 1st, we're going to do the crossover. So we're going to see.
So what are you doing on January 1st?
January 1st, we're going to completely cross over the channel to the Florida Freakout.
Oh.
Yep. I'm already starting to do little transitions here and there, starting to ease it on in. But once January 1st comes, that's going to be where the URL is going to change to floridafreakout.org.
Yeah.
That's going to be the accessible way for you to get to the channel. And we're going to have the logo changed completely out and everything else like that. But the logo is not changing. I'm still keeping to the fundamentals of what we are all about. The logo is going to stay the same. It's just going to have out attached to it now. Instead, I decided to do that.
There's nothing wrong with rebranding. You want proof? Look at every successful company in America.
True. Yeah. That's true.
True.
Orlando
Look at Walmart. Walmart's had like 5 different
some are very, very vastly different. Orlando Theme Park makes a good point. There's a long list of channel names being what held them back.
That's
you know, if you create good content, the cream will rise and the other stuff will float down to the bottom. But you know, it certainly shouldn't make it harder on yourself, right? I mean, Orlando Theme Park 360. I know exactly what his channel is about, even if I don't look at his channel. That's
true.
Great. That's a
you
great.
know, he does 360 shows,
and he's in Orlando. And he's a theme park. I mean,
Orlando, he does
I would click to his channel automatically 100% because of his name.
Yeah,
exactly.
0% chance I don't check out his channel. Now, if I go to his channel and it's a bunch of graffiti on the wall or you know, hair hunts or something, then I'm going to leave. But
or he's eating crab cakes in the middle of a restaurant that nobody's ever heard of. It's like, what is this? Is a theme park? This isn't Orlando. He's in Louisiana, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, funny. We were talking about that yesterday, BNL, about changing the park and stuff like that. I'm also changing my name. I'm changing the channel as well.
I didn't know. What
it's funny we actually started talking about
that. Though with that, Puerto Rican. That's going to be my name.
So I have a hater. You may or may not have noticed. He popped into my stream.
I see him.
On TV1 stream.
I see him. Yeah.
I want to punch Dole Whip Dad in the face.
Yeah.
I think it was Christy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Christy. Don't get mad at me.
Oh, Christy. Get him, Christy.
Don't worry. I didn't tell him, Christy. Oh, sorry. What now?
Anyway, I just think I think we live in a time where if you think you can't be successful, you're right because you just want the excuse. But don't, you know, it doesn't, you're not promised living here success right now, but I do think you're promised an opportunity. And look, we all, and please don't name any names. I'm not going to name any names, but we all know people who have channels that are making full-time incomes and kind of aren't even that good. And if that's true, and it is, we can do it.
You got to look at that.
And it's not YouTube not liking you, you lunatics. And I'm talking to my daughter right now.
There's a really famous gamer called Loser Fruit. Kat, her name is Kath. She lives in Australia. She's very, very famous. But she does great gaming videos. She has an editor that edits all of her stuff for her. She, hired an editor, which a lot of YouTubers do when they get bigger. They hire an editor to just free up their creativity. Yeah. But she does vlogs too, and I love her to death.
Al, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the name.
Her name is Loser Fruit.
No.
Her vlogging channel is great. She does a lot of. She's very popular, like I said. But here, just as Dole Dad said, she doesn't do incredible vlogging videos. It's not like, oh my God, look at this from start to finish. She should be working in Hollywood. She's got regular old you and me vlogging videos where she doesn't even have transitions. She doesn't have anything that comes up and says anything or do anything. She has basic stuff and she does it remarkably well. So that's the point we're trying to make. I wanted to use her as an example because we're trying to say you don't have to be the best. You just have to be at doing something that you love to do, and it shows on camera. So.
Who is that again? I'm
If
sorry.
you're not doing a good job,
Lose your fruit.
don't let that crush you. Let that motivate you. Like if you put out a video today that you don't like, don't wallow in it. Go do it better tomorrow. Like me and Christy have talked about this. You know, she posts a lot and she schedules a lot. And me and Christy have a lot in common, but there's a lot of things that are different. But I respect so much her. Well, tenacity is the word, right? I don't know. Yeah, tenacity. I mean, she's got a plan. She's got 3 or 4 things she's going to do, and she's doing them well. I mean, she's planned out till, I mean, I joke about it all the time, but for months out. And here's what I know. There's no chance that if she continues that journey, she's going to get better. She's going to grow a community. She's going to have growth. She's going to get everything she wants because she's got a plan and she's going to stick to it. And she's going to get better every day. We talked once where she has so many videos in the can that I hope you don't mind me saying this, Christy, but I love that you said this. She has so many videos that she's already done with that are already ready to be, they're already uploaded, but they're scheduled for the future, that the skills she's learning now, people aren't going to see for 3 and 4 months.
Yep.
That might hurt her in the short term because, you know, what she's learned today, you were not going to see on her channel for 3 or 4 months. But if you take the long view, she's going to win. It's very Amazon, Jeff Bezos thinking, Christy. That's a huge compliment I'm trying to give you, by the way. Just comparison kills joy. Compare to yourself. You know, like Al, I'm not on Twitch, but if you compare yourself to, oh geez, I don't know Twitch people that well. Ninja, I know he left Twitch. You're not gonna do well, and Ninja's the top of the top. But if you compare yourself to you last month, I think that's the right way to go. I feel like I'm preaching.
Exactly. No, you're absolutely correct on that. I have some important information to bestow upon you two gentlemen. First of all, this just in from the Robe. He said that he can't be on chat right now because he's actually working business deals. We don't talk about that too much, but he said, "Tell Dole Whip Dad the Robe likes him." Okay.
What? Robe? What? I was reading.
The Robe likes him. He said, "Tell Dole Whip Dad the Robe likes him."
I don't know. Thank you very much. Have I met him yet?
You haven't met him yet.
I was going to say he's just a name that you've told me before. I remember thinking at first, I don't know if this is a bit or he's a real dude, but now, I mean, obviously,
he's a real dude. He's a real dude.
I present like to meet you someday.
And trust me, for him to say he likes you.
Well, get this. He said, "Tell Gonzo he is a big handsome bastard."
Oh, thank you.
I'm not lying. Really
I didn't mean to laugh at that. I feel bad. I think you're handsome.
I love you too.
You're handsome. That's good. You're in. And then he said, "I'm not going to tell you that."
No, keep a PG-13.
He said, "Al, turn your camera off." No, he didn't say that. He said, "Florida freakouts." He said, "Maybe we should pluralize it." What do you guys think?
No, Al, I'm not kidding. When you first told me about the Robe, I honestly, I think I just met you. I don't know when it was, but I remember thinking, this is a bit. Like I thought you were joking. I thought it was like your imaginary. I don't know. Like I thought you were making it up.
It's a real guy, and he is all about it.
I'm like, he's no, I don't know.
He's the most famous man nobody's ever heard of. So that's the whole thing about him.
Zippity doodad in the house. Hey, Patrick, what's going on, my man?
Zippity doodah, zippity.
He might get sick of me saying it, but the best name on YouTube, Zippity Doo, and a great channel.
That's it. If you want to pick out a good name, that's a good.
We were just talking about naming channels, Patrick, and I know I say that to you all the time, but I seriously mean it. And do you know the story about his naming his own channel?
No.
I do, but many probably don't. Go
Patrick
ahead.
should tell it, but he is a hilarious, creative guy, and his story of how he got his name it shocked me. I'll leave it at that. Maybe you have Patrick on your show one time. I'll let him tell it. But he's really one of my favorite people on YouTube. I love him.
Orlando 360 coming in.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Oh man, look at that.
Pretty good.
Man, we got the heavy hitters here now.
Oh, I want that set up with my mic boom. That is sweet. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't think we've met. I've seen you on streams though. Nice to meet you, Brian.
I actually saw you in person on Star Wars opening day, but I don't think we actually had a chance to say hi.
Oh, okay. Well, very cool. Well, hello again.
Crossed paths and the galaxy's
I was with
edge.
Gonzo that day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You know, I bought a new webcam. I really should set the thing up because this one's just crap.
Yeah, it's
of your mic boom. Oh, Hey, Reagan, kill the dog. My dog's barking down there.
Kill the dog.
I got so much stuff over here.
So Brian, you were anxious and typing in the chat that you had some.
Well, Al knows if
things
you
that
want to talk
about?
YouTube. Al knows if you want to talk YouTube and channels, I can go forever.
Oh,
Love it.
yeah. It's a good
We
topic.
would love to hear your opinion.
We blame OG, by the way, for this. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Kind of. Well, what do you want to know?
Well, I'll start. Did you strategically name your channel that, or was it like? Because I didn't put any.
Oh, I know the answer to this.
Like,
My
Orlando
channel name is actually a mistake. I
Be right back.
did not want it to say Orlando or theme park because that was never the intention of the channel.
So is your channel about dogs and cats, or I mean, what? I feel like it's
Oh,
perfect.
my channel's for the most part abandoned now, and the name will eventually change because it doesn't reflect. I'm going back and forth on a few ideas. I don't know exactly which one,
Gotcha.
but this channel is becoming my other channel.
Ah, see, there's a whole topic.
So it's not the one that's going to be the focus of. It's not the one I'm going to try to make successful.
Gotcha.
So there's a specific plan I have to come out and make a more successful company around media.
Ooh, I like it. I want to hear more.
Actually, there's a lot of stuff. It's already out, but it doesn't have a video that's reflective of it. So if you actually saw my Illuminations video, which is on the Dented Journey channel, that's the channel I'm going to actually try to do something with.
Okay, if somebody has that, drop it in. I don't have that one. Somebody drop a link and I'll grab it. That'd be great.
Yeah, and if you're searching for it, don't put a space in the name because it won't come up. YouTube has something where until you have like 10 videos, you can't actually search for the name.
Oh, wow.
You have to get it exactly.
Well, it brings up the topic. Like Gonzo and I have talked about this a little bit. So my channel is so when people say, "Hey, what's your channel about?" I usually say, "Well, it's mostly Disney." But when I first started it, it was going to be about my things I love: my family, Disney, sports, and food. I know that shocks you. And it's really gone just
I'll be right back.
Disney. And so Brian and Al, Gonzo, when he gets back, how do you guys feel about? And it's because of what you said, Brian. You're kind of changing up your focus or whatever. How do you feel about, like, for me, I love sports. Like, I do a Thursday live stream about football, Disney and football. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, there's two kinds of ways of thinking, and the Nick Nimmons of the world out there, like, stay in your niche, stay in your lane, and then do another channel.
So the stay in your niche and lane really has to do with the fact that it's a computer that's trying to promote you. Yeah. It's not a person that can say, send it to sports and 30 other people, 30 other interests. A great example I once saw, I think it was Daniel, and I forget his last name, but he's this hardcore rocker, big hair, everything. But he also does like YouTube and Fedora stuff. But he gave a great example. It's like, say you start a fishing channel and you start getting these people and everything else, but you also happen to be interested in cars.
Yeah.
So you do some car videos. A lot of the fishing people may not like cars also.
Sure. And
now you're confusing them.
Right.
So some are going to go, some are going to stay. But then suddenly you start doing like cookie baking. And now the amount of people that like fishing, baking cookies, and cars is even harder to find.
Yeah. It's a smaller
So
audience.
it has to do with, it has to do with the algorithm and just kind of human behavior. When I watch the news, I'm expecting a certain thing. When I watch, let's do the Heroes TV show, that old superheroes show. It was really great until the show changed, and it was no longer the show that we watched the first few years, and it very quickly tanked and it's gone.
Yes.
You have to kind of treat your channel the same way.
See, interesting. So can I push back a little bit and get your opinion?
Sure.
So like ABC has Disney and sports and news, and they don't piss me off when they play the news, even though I like Disney and sports more. Like the show Lost. The show Lost was something, and then it was something else, and then it was something else. And that annoyed people. Now it had such a massive following that plenty of people followed it. But when ABC puts on the Disney special, I'm not mad because I like, college football. And when they have college football, I'm not mad because I like news. I think that our channels are more like ABC than, say, Lost. I don't really believe that the people who are going to leave Brian's channel because they thought it was Orlando Park 360, and now he's talking about crab cakes or whatever you said.
There's two sides to it. One is, will people leave or stay? But you got to remember, human nature's changed. We're now binge watchers. No one talks about watching a show at 8 p.m. They talk about binge watching Netflix. I think an example of a TV channel is incorrect because that started back in a time where there was 5 of them. You had 5 choices. If you didn't like what was on one, you switched to the next one. It's different when there's 2 million of them, or your phone's beeping at you that there's content you don't like. Because that's exactly what's going to happen on YouTube. You're going to get notified of something.
That's very true. That's a good point. Your notifications, but
but the other side comes back again to YouTube and the fact that it's a computer. If you have a couple videos that don't do well, YouTube notifies less people. It doesn't push stuff. It doesn't try to find an audience as more because you're mixed up. So if you have enough content that only a small portion of your channel watches, YouTube doesn't promote you as much. So it's not that you can't do it. You just know that you're hurting the computer's ability to want to push you and promote you.
Right.
And you're taking the longer run. But like I like 100 different things. I don't have to do 100 things on video.
The majority of YouTube is,
I agree.
The majority of success on YouTube is viewership. You know, it's people. You could have 100 subscribers, right? But if you only have 20 of those 100 subscribers watching your content and giving you watch time on your content, the algorithm won't pick you up. But if you
that's a pretty good ratio,
right? Actually, that is
20% is actually a good ratio. It'd be more like if you have 3.
You want to actually shoot for that 20% ratio. Actually,
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying though. If you have multiple, interests on your channel, and you have 10% over here that are into cars, and 10% over here that are into cupcakes, and 10% over here that are into Disney, our mindset is let's give them variety because people like variety. But the problem is that that's not the case at 100% of the time.
There is one place that it works really well. The place where it works really well, if you can attach them to you. David Dobrik's a good example.
Right.
Paging Mr. Morrow is a great example.
Yes.
People latched on to him really, really fast.
That's true.
And as long as he does him and he doesn't stray or not be himself. But when that relationship got rocky, they changed and suddenly the momentum and the growth slowed down.
Yeah.
Right.
But they could do anything. They could go to Walmart. They could run around in hand-me-down clothes. They could do anything they wanted because everyone watched them. It had nothing to do with what they were doing. It was because they were doing it.
Tracker's another example of that too. Going to
I don't think Tracker is.
No,
I would argue the Tracker can't do that.
Tracker is very theme park. He's maybe branched a little out of Disney, but like what he's saying about David Dobrik, like his big videos recently, he was pumping, his pretty girlfriend was pumping gas. Like, who cares? But people watch it, right? It is what it is. But some of that's going to happen after they, like, David Dobrik is not somebody we should probably compare ourselves to. I mean, I'm happy at my 2,000 subscribers, and he's got like 2 million every day. I mean, like in our niche, Resort TV 1 has like 70,000 subscribers. They hit 3,000 on a stream. That's huge. Think about those numbers. That's 67,000 of their subscribers not watching. But probably half of those people watching aren't even subscribers, I bet. Maybe even more than that. So part of it is the algorithm knows that people are going to watch, so they're going to pump it out to more people, which I think is what you were saying, Brian. And then if you're,
but basically you have to work with the system, but it depends on what your goal is. If you just want to have a great time, a hobby, make some friends and everything else, do whatever you want. Just have a ball doing it, and people will latch onto you.
That's it.
If you're trying to be a success and you have a larger plan, then you need to play the game and you need to pay attention. It's like, okay, well, that's going to hurt me. That's going to hurt me. If you have a long list of things that are going to hurt your channel, you're just going to have the hardest time growing.
That's true.
But at the same time, the other side is also the same thing, which is if you're so obsessed on what to do, you're not going to be genuine. You're not going to be real, and no one's going to want to watch you.
It makes me think that I hear often people talking about, I don't know what to, like, I have my channel and I don't know what to create. And I always think, for better or worse, they're not going to win because, I mean, I've got 20 ideas a day. Who can't come up with an idea to do a video? Like, if you think you're boring, you're going to be boring. Don't be boring. Nobody is boring all the time. Just create what you like. Now, I agree with Brian though. If you're just scatterbrained and you're everywhere, if you take the long view, you'll still eventually get enough people because, I mean, we can talk about the algorithm, but the math is the math. There's lots of people here and there's lots more people coming. But
well, yeah, I mean, and you can go back to Tim Tracker for an example too. It took him 7 years to get to 150,000 people.
There you go. I didn't know that.
And I want to say the first 4 years he had less than 10,000.
It's true.
Wow.
So,
but it's when he changed his format and he stopped being a home vlog and he started being a Central Florida tour guide is where he got the last 600.
That's true.
Once he focused on what it is he did,
he found his niche.
He blew up.
Yeah. He found his niche.
But now he's getting back into the family because they're expecting a child. Situation with the dogs and stuff have changed a little bit. So Jen's more involved again.
Yeah,
and it has changed. They've gone back to the old format and they're not growing as fast.
Well,
I think
he's hit the point like Dobrik. It doesn't matter what he does. People are watching. People go there. I mean, Casey Neistat, he daily vlogged for years. People going every day, no matter what he did.
Well, see, I disagree with that because his videos don't have the same numbers.
Who?
Tim's. When Tim does something at home,
he's already made it. They don't have to have the same numbers. The numbers are paying his bills. I guarantee it. It's
I mean, there's a very long list of people who thought that, and within a year they had no channel. No one was watching. You can lose this as fast as you got
no more videos every day for the rest of his life. He's probably already good. So I would say he's made it. He gets to do whatever he wants now.
Possibly. I don't know his financial situation or how he took it as a business.
I mean,
but he in that respect, he has made it. Mm-hmm. But if you're a creative person with no creative outlet, that's going to be a crappy life.
There's a lot of places you can get a creative outlet. I mean,
that's true.
I don't know. I'm definitely
the basis of the story, though. The basis of the story is, though, the point of the conversation is that find the thing that you're into and do it because that's what's going to show up on camera. If you talk about something that you're not into or you don't even know anything about or anything, that's going to show up on camera. You want to do.
I won't be a CrossFit.
Yeah. I never pick a trending topic. If you ever notice, I didn't do anything for Halloween.
Christy, congrats, by the way, not to change the subject. That is amazing. Good for you, girl.
Yes, there's a chat in this thing. I should probably read it.
Christy's awesome on a lot of things. And she had some goals and she's crushing them is basically what she's saying. Proud of you, Christy. Good job. That's amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, like Al's saying, it's what I always tell people is if you've never done this, you have absolutely no camera experience, you've never been in front of a camera, you don't know how to edit, you've never dealt with picking out music, you've never had to program a channel, which is pretty much everybody.
Pretty much.
You shouldn't have a focus at start. You should be trying everything you like until you find the one that fits in the amount of time you have to do it. You like doing it and you can afford to do it.
Yep.
Well, I like that third one. I mean, use what you've got. You don't need what you don't have. You've got enough right now.
Yeah, and then I always give my example. I love trains, music, planes, automobiles, driving, boating, blah, 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 blah. Sounds like a Florida vacation, which kind of what we all do.
Sounds like a hilarious movie in the 80s. I love that movie.
But I can't necessarily do a good channel on every one of those subjects at the same time. I need to kind of pick the thing that I like making and I can afford to do it. Like I could run around and do the most amazing Disney high-end expensive trip videos, but I got to pay for them to make them.
Yeah.
and
it can get expensive. It can get very expensive.
If you're running into Disney going, I'm going to do better food reviews and everything else, and meanwhile you bring your own sandwich for lunch, that's probably a bad choice of a channel. You can't afford to do it. Now, on the other side, it's also a business loss. So if you're playing the business game, there might be a tax benefit to do that content.
Right.
And it might be a way to actually get that when you couldn't do it without the channel or the business. But that's something to talk to your accountant because it's real easy to get in trouble with that.
Yep. And don't be like me and spend like $5,000 or $6,000 in equipment that you're mostly probably never ever going to use.
Wow, you spend that much money? Really?
Well, over the past 2.5 years, I'd say I probably spent about $5,000 on equipment by now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen my closet?
Now,
Yeah, look at-
speaking of equipment, now
Look at that. Look at that.
Look,
That's
okay,
a lot of
that-
equipment.
that is battery packs.
this
That's
is why I brought
GoPros.
it up. 'Cause I knew
That's
Brian was gonna
GoPros.
say it.
This is the DJI equipment.
Mhm.
Let's see, what's that one? Oh, I can't
So
read from
for
here.
those in chat, I take the very, very opposite route of these guys.
So this one is 17
smart.
different 360 cameras.
Yep.
None of which are good anymore because 360 changes every 4 months.
That's
You guys
right.
want to see my equipment?
Say it again.
I'm
That
showing you
doesn't
my.
do 360.
This is my equipment right here. That's it.
There you go.
I got a little
Especially
laptop for
iPhone X. Yeah.
cheap. I got a Logitech. That's it. That's everything. I just named it.
I mean, at some point, a great example I got when I did 360, I always hated how lower quality it looked. And that's just because it has to conform to video methods for the hardware to work.
Yeah.
And there was a real giant in the place that said, look, the video only has to be as good as the audience cares.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
once you figure out your audience, do it. If you're vlogging, you don't need great. You don't need great. You need to be able to see yourself, but you don't need great.
I'd like to make a correction. It's
Your audio
actually the
is
robe that spent $5,000 on equipment, not me. So,
On me.
but not everybody has a robe, so you know.
But there's I don't know. It's equipment is always picky. I'm always one for saying like I actually wrong
No.
camera. That's a big camera. Like,
Whenever I
use
want
a
to
little
know about
camera. Use
equipment,
your
I
phone.
go to that man right down there, Brian. It always tells me
That's
yes
because-
or no.
that's what it causes.
I'm trying to point at you. You're in a different area on my screen. But whenever I have a question about equipment, I always ask Brian because Brian will give me the honest answer of whether it's going to be cool, whether it's going to work for you for the next couple of years, or whether it's going to be crap and you're going to waste your money.
The first thing you have to ask
That's
yourself is, do you even want to carry it around?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Because if you
That
don't,
was
you're
a
not going to
recent-
create.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was
And
a recent conversation we had.
Mhm. That's
I
true.
think there was a
This
time.
takes an effort to go out and film with. It's
Yeah.
not light. It's tempting
Yeah.
with some children.
2 years ago, you go in the
Kills
park. Everybody's got a gorilla pod. You see anybody with a gorilla pod? You do now and then. It was like a status thing almost. You walk in the parks and people, you were holding your gorilla pod. It was almost like, hey, everybody, look, I'm a vlogger. More than, hey, let's create a vlog.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm
It's
not
true.
saying a gorilla pod wouldn't be awesome, but at some point it was, our tattoos to show each other we were vloggers. And in my humble opinion.
Brian, what do you think about sponsors? Like for your YouTube channel?
Said it one more time. So, I didn't hear exactly what you said.
Oh, what do you feel about sponsors for the channel? Like you can get sponsors for channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, get on.
Is it easy or how is that process? I don't know about that stuff. I'm just.
Oh, so how do you get? So that's it. Really depends on what you're doing and how much you're looking for, and if it's a value to them.
Gotcha.
Different people, smaller audiences are more valuable. As far as like the ethnics and stuff, I think it's great. I mean, make some more money, do it even more, up your production value where it makes sense. It's a sponsor is going to give you more opportunity to do more expensive stuff that you're skipping now.
Gotcha.
As far as getting them, I know, especially around the Disney vlog stuff, generally it's different. What's the name of the travel agencies that generally reach out to people?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like yours to take or not. As long as you start getting a momentum and they like who you are and you represent them well. Going out there for other stuff, it depends how good you sell yourself. I heard you guys talk about Roberto Blake a while ago. Roberto Blake actually put online his actual media guide, which he sends possible sponsors.
Yeah.
And it'll show you how he's arranged what he does so they can understand what he's asking them to buy into.
Yeah.
Right.
And the more professional you can be that way, the more stuff. But you also have to have what they want. Like, for instance, if you're trying to, let's say you're trying to get into the non-Disney hotels around here and you want to just like get permission to like, hey, can you show me a couple of rooms so I can film them and stuff?
Bye, Kenny Mom. Have a good day.
They're going to ask you things like, what's your website? How many website viewers do you have? Because to them, it's all about web advertising.
Yeah.
So they're more interested in website mailing lists, things that they do that works for them, this is just kind of foreign for them.
Yeah.
Man, that's true.
But then you get someone like, if you look at like Spokesman, he was really good at selling how different this was and his streaming and everything. So he was able to open up a whole bunch of doors at a smaller size than other people.
That's exactly right. It's interesting. When you reach out to Spokesman, he has his people contact you. When you reach out to Resort TV One, they respond by email, and they're vastly different sizes. And that's, I'm not saying one's better, one's worse. They're definitely taking different tacks with it. One's going to be more family, and one's going to be more business, and they're both right. They're both, you got to do what you're comfortable with. So I don't know Chris well, but he's doing what he does, and I'm getting to know Josh pretty good. He's doing what he does, and I think they're both doing well.
Yeah.
Well, the largest channel, or one of the largest channels in the area, is Healthy Junk Food.
I'm sorry, I spoke over you. I was saying hi to Tyler. It was who?
One of the largest channels in the area is Healthy Junk Food. I think they're at 3.2 million with almost 1 million on their vlog channel.
Wow.
They have a fake person who gets back to you in email to make it look like they're slightly bigger than they are, which is actually like a very common
bot?
practice. No, it's just they have a different email account that responds.
Oh, okay.
So instead of JP, who's one of the two, instead of JP responding, it'll be like Julie.
It's a bot.
John. It looks like a bot, but it's not.
Oh, I guarantee it's a bot. It's an email bot. Right.
Well, no, they actually hand do it. It just, they don't respond as them. They respond as their manager.
They have a hired man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Their manager.
They respond.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it makes them look bigger now. But it also makes it easier for them to say no if someone comes up with something ludicrous.
Oh man, you know how easy it is to say no? Here, watch this. No, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, that's different if you piss off some super fan or something.
Yeah, have the courage to be disliked. I'll say it again, but whatever.
Piss off the right person, and they'll make your life hell too.
Yes. You got to find your niche, man, and I'm still trying to find my niche. You know, I've been trying to find my niche for the past 2.5 years, and I've had many conversations with Brian about this. Trying to find
your niche is only part of the story. You also have to get good video, and if you can't hold someone's attention for 5 minutes, you're never going to go anywhere, no matter what else you try.
Right.
So you have to get better at video editing. You have to get better on camera. If you're trying something new because it's not working, you have to make sure you're not just changing what you're doing. You actually change how the video is. So if you go vlog Universal, expecting it different because it's Universal, but you made the same video that you made at Disney, you didn't change anything.
Yeah,
you just changed location.
Yeah, you have to also change. Like, is my opening good? You have to experiment. What opening is better? What middle is better? Should I start with this music thing that everyone does? Which, by the way, you shouldn't, because everyone loses most of their audience during it. It's just a whole bunch of different things. Does it take you 2 minutes? Do you sit there for 3 minutes describing what your video is about to be, and then for some reason you have a 25-minute video that should have only been 3 minutes? You know, these are all things where if you don't keep improving, because you're making a video, if the YouTube computers can't see that an audience is enjoying your video compared to someone else who made the same video, you're the worst video. Well, so you don't have to be the best out there. You just have to be better than everyone else.
I totally agree with that. And Brian, we talked about this, Al and Gonzo, I think at that same restaurant. When I see people with like under 10,000 subscribers, and I'm under 10,000 subscribers, and they've got a 25-minute video, I go, oh, they screwed that up, because they had 8 3-minute videos. They had 6 4-minute videos. They just, I don't know. Like I live in Texas, and I'm a Disney vlogger. So I'm not in Anaheim every day. I'm not in Orlando every day. So like when I was with you guys, Gonzo, when we were in Epcot, that was 4 weeks worth of videos in, I don't know, 2 hours of filming. I don't know what it was. And I'm not saying they were great. I'm saying you get what you get. Like a 25-minute video, 90% of the people aren't going to get through minute 5.
Yeah.
The analytics. I mean, even your best viewers aren't going to sit through 20. My mom ain't going to watch a 25-minute video. So I mean, I'm not
it's the It's the hamster attention span.
Right. Well, I mean, and until you get Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, whoever level, people aren't staying that long. We're all busy. I mean, we're all fighting for eyeballs. I mean, it's on my own channel. I'm going to have your guys' videos over on the right. People can click over there and leave anytime, right? And so, I don't know, those long play. I remember talking to Tom Does Disney about this when I first got to know him. His videos were 25, 35, 45 minutes long, and I'm like, he'd have 2-hour videos. I'm like, dude, that's 80 videos right there, or one for today. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a certain
perspective.
There's a certain podcast that isn't under 200 minutes. I'm like, well, who is going to listen to a 200-minute podcast?
Yeah, my mom won't even listen to me that long. How do you think other people will?
If you had 200 minutes with a person that you interviewed, you just missed out on having like 3 episodes.
If you could sit down with, pick anybody you want, President of the United States, Queen Elizabeth, your mom, pick anybody on the planet you want. Who's going to listen for more than a half hour? Truly, nobody. Joe Rogan has those long ones, and you know what he does? He gets millions of views on 4-minute clips, all for that 2 hours content. He puts the whole thing out.
That's true. He separates it all. Yeah, that's true. Brilliant. And that's one thing you can do. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is when you go to a theme park and you film, you're going to film a lot of content, and you're going to film a lot of content because there's a lot of things going on. Some days there's so much things going on that you're just constantly filming, and you're well, in my case, my GoPro 7, which I'm trying to upgrade right now, is overheating. But they don't, I'm one of them. I'm speaking from experience. I'm one of them because my videos earlier used to be 30 minutes long.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm. But I've learned, from talking to you guys and getting the info given to me.
How did you even edit that? Like when I edit a video, say it's a 4-minute video, it's going to be, I'm going to watch it through 5 or 6 times. 6 times 4 minutes is, whatever it is. I mean, how could you ever edit?
Actually, I'll interrupt you for a second. I'm not answering for you, so I just want to be clear on that. Most people do not watch their video when they edit it. They literally just dump it.
Really?
Cut the edges and then release it. They never watch it in its entirety.
I watch it 2 or 3 times.
They don't even watch it after they upload it. It's not important enough for them to know that that YouTube processed it correctly.
Well, then I'm not talking to those people because they don't care.
That's true. That's true.
That is the average Disney vlogger. The average Disney vlogger does not watch their video.
Well,
I've learned.
I believe you. I guess the average ain't the goal here.
I've learned.
Walk through Walmart. That's average. I'll try something else.
Yeah.
While I'm getting content now, and we did this yesterday, Gonzo. We were doing this yesterday. That as I'm getting content now, I'm kind of getting like a mind frame of how much content I'm pulling off of one particular subject, and I'm saying, okay, now's the time to, get an exit for this video, and then move on. And whatever other content I have, I could push to another video. That way, we keep the time frame shorter instead of having.
Can I offer an alternative? Yeah,
sure. No, I'm always up for your suggestions. Absolutely.
So the first pass, the first pass is literally just kind of getting something together. It's the rough draft. It's I have my footage. I have to go through it and see what's there. Yeah. It's okay if that comes out to an hour and a half long. Mm-hmm. Then you start over and you start worrying about the pacing.
Right.
And you might do that a few different ways. I like doing the second pass, which is, was this needed for the story I have here? So it's like, okay, no, you don't need me walking through the parking lot. No, you don't need me here. No, you don't need me there. Wow, I said this.
That's proper editing. That's proper editing.
Yeah, but I said the same thing 4 different ways in the last 3 minutes. I don't need all 4. Let me pick the one that worked best.
Yes.
And then when you're done with that, then you get like a 20 to 30 minute video. Mm-hmm. Now you go back for pacing. And you look for anything that sounded great while you were reviewing it, but actually isn't the second time you hear it.
Right.
And then when you're done, you have every single thing in the video helps the video. There's nothing extra. There's no fluff. There's no, I had to make it to 10 minutes. And it paces right. So it goes dot, 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 not, wow, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Don't mind my weight.
And then start. Well, then, what you say, all this information, and then kind of cutting back to previous information you mentioned already. Yeah. And
because you have to review all your video to know what you're going to do with it. So you might as well drop it out into that 2-hour long ass vlog, but don't release that.
No, go
now
back and
starts the
try to-
process of cutting out the stuff you said 2 or 3 different ways.
Right.
You'll also start seeing what order it should be in, because just because you filmed it a certain way doesn't mean that's the way it should be filmed. And I know, Al, you've had a couple. It's like, hey, we're here. We're gonna there was one video with you and Gonzo. It's like, hey, we're here. We're gonna ride some rides, and you spent 10 minutes looking for food that you never ate.
We did that.
But that was the video, and I'll guarantee you, no one made it to when you actually got on a ride, because what you said in your title and your description and your opening didn't match the video.
We get distracted. All right.
You know,
it's fine to get distracted doing it.
Yeah.
It's in editing where you fix that.
Right. Exactly.
And
yeah,
you come in, you
point.
do the rides, and you find a spot. It's like, wow, that was kind of funny. Let me put that after we did this, even though it's backwards.
I would say if you're getting distracted while you're videoing, think about your viewers. Like, look, I film what I like, and I hope people like it. But if I'm bored so much that I get distracted, again, if mommy ain't watching it, subscriber ain't watching it, and most of the people who are watching your videos aren't subscribers. So think about every video as the first time they've ever seen your channel. Like if you're I don't know, Brian, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Alan Gonzo too, but I'm always amazed where the video starts off with, hey, I'm going to talk about me for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to talk about me for 5 more minutes, and I'm going to talk about me for 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to show you what I told you I'd show you. Like those videos that are like, hey, haven't been on the channel for 8 weeks. I don't understand that. Don't say that. They might not even know that. What are you doing? Just present present what you want to present. Have fun. Here, really.
You're talking about apologies. I don't like apologies either.
Yeah, we're back. Does not necessarily tell a new subscriber you weren't here for 8 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Just we're back. It sounded like you're opening.
Hey again, everybody. Yeah. Or I mean, whatever's your shtick. But when people start off with, "Hey, sorry, I haven't seen you for a while. Let me explain why I haven't done that." Nobody's listening to that. Again, I'm being silly, but would my mom watch that?
Unless you're about to dramatically change your video. For instance, traveling husbands needed to make that video.
Yeah.
Right. Which I love traveling husbands, by the way. That's an awesome.
Yeah. Then was it Liz Lennon for similar reasons? She's also going to need to make that video.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she did already, but the format it had to change because of the medical situation. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not a big fan of update videos.
I'm not either.
I'm not a fan. If you're telling me something in your video is not different, all you're doing is pointing out that I'm not getting your regular content. So if I'm an Uber fan that wants the content, I stop watching. If I've never been here before, you've kind of told me not to subscribe because this is not your normal. I mean, you just got to act like every video is correct.
It is. Yeah. It is. It is correct.
Yeah. And every once in a while, maybe go live. But if you go live, it should not be kept online for people to watch unless you're a 100% live channel.
That's true. Yes, because that could screw up your algorithm.
It screws up a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You want to stick to the majority of what you're actually doing with the channel, not, I've heard that before. The moment you start, even if you do a 50-50, that really screws up your channel, right?
Well, you guys know how to tell where your videos going, good or bad?
Algorithm. Or not algorithm, analytics, right?
But do you know where to look for that?
Analytics page and Creator Studio, among other places. Lots of apps for that.
There's a lot of different things to show you one, but it's you always got the give me a second. I'm actually looking it up now. I forgot the name of it. I don't want to say the wrong thing because it's real easy to tell you the wrong.
I didn't know if you were talking about click-through rate and getting
click-through rate is part of it, but
principles of that.
Wow, and I really hope they speed up this Creator Studio thing.
And watch time and
I have too many damn channels. Hang on, let me get on the right one.
I like 3 too. I have 3 or 4 of them.
Cases I've heard most people only watch about 7 to 10 minutes. I don't know about that. What I would say to that, Kay, and everyone else is most people aren't watching halfway through your video, whether it's an hour video or a 2-minute video. So I mean, it's just truth. Like the best video in the world doesn't have everyone stay on it the whole time.
I average 5.3 minutes. I'll be completely honest with you.
Of video, of vlog time, or of watch time per video?
Of watch time of all my videos, it's usually 5.3 minutes.
So what percentage of that is your, like, is it a 10
now how long is the
out of
video?
a 10-15 minute video? Out of a 10-15 minute video, I'm pulling pretty much about 50%.
I'm just saying that even the best vlog ever doesn't keep all the viewers the whole time.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it doesn't.
Unless you're laser beam.
Like I throw stuff there on the end that says, hey, if you're still here, hardly anybody's going to hear that part. You know, you just got to accept, you know, come on, people walk out of Steven Spielberg movies to go potty. I mean, we're not, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, what I'm thinking is called viewer audience retention.
Retention. Yes.
Audience
I
retention.
agree with you on that. It's the moment you start saying
don't look at that too much, honestly.
Like,
but certainly it means a lot. I know that.
Audience retention is
well, it shows you how YouTube is responding to your video.
Yeah.
And the way I like to word it, it doesn't show if it's good or bad. It shows you the audience that YouTube is able to get to click your video, how they're responding to it.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, I could do the most amazing fact-filled sports video, but if the audience on YouTube wants beer dripping down my shirt, yeehaw, let's go run, and I'm not that, I'm gonna have a bad video on YouTube
because of retention. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean my video's bad. It means the audience that's here to watch it does not like what I'm doing.
Right.
They want something else. And that graph will show you where people stop watching.
Yeah.
And the average
that's
small
very
person,
valuable stuff. I mean, if you see everybody spiking there, go watch what you did right there and stop doing that.
Yeah, and most people will discover that when they're new, it's the first 30 seconds. You're losing your whole audience. You're opening just
saying that OG killers. I mean, like, cussing is a thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
But you're gonna lose a lot of people with that. Like, if you want to just be real and you show, fine, that's your shtick, that's fine. But there are things that are going to turn people off. And you guys, if you know me at all, you know I'm not out there trying to make everybody like me. I'm good. But if you're trying to build an audience, don't do things that are going to push people away. Like, I have a political opinion. I have a religious opinion. I'm not talking about that on my channel. You ask me, I'll tell you. But nobody wants to hear that. They're here for what they're here for.
Right.
So it is what it is.
True.
Christy, that's funny. Christy says, hey guys, it's Christy. My husband totally makes fun of me for that. You know, Gonzo, I was with you when this happened. I didn't know I started off my channel or my videos with the same thing every time. Hey, my name is, this is the channel. Glad you're here, whatever. I didn't realize I had this thing down until that day we were at the Beverly Challenge and Dev came over and he did me. He let off, he said to the camera, my opening shtick, and I mean, it kind of made my day. Yeah. And then I went, oh, that's weird.
Just my name, Dove, that's my channel. Yeah.
And I kind of thought about it. I'm like, should I stop doing that? And I thought, no, it's fine. You know, it's.
Well, you should do whatever's comfortable for you because now,
that's exactly right. I didn't realize I had done it, but obviously I'd been comfortable with it because I'd realized it. Now I kind of laugh at myself for doing it.
But now knowing it, when you go to do it, make sure it's still coming off the way it originally did.
It's when you say that. I try to, like, I'll pause or I try to not be, I don't want to be that robot, you know? And when Deb pointed out, it was definitely robotic. It was definitely a, all right, I'm in front of the camera, what do I do now kind of thing. So now I try to be cognizant of it. I don't know. I might be getting in the weeds there. But Christy, that made me, you know, hey guys, it's Christy, your husband laughing at you. It is weird for like the family. Hey guys, we're going live, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they're like, yeah, come on, Dad, whatever. Shut up. But,
and I want to go back to niche for a second because there's a lot of people whose niches are too small. And the best way to kind of describe it is just because you have something and like something doesn't mean there's 10 million people to possibly subscribe to you.
Oh, wow. I say the exact opposite. Tell me more, Brian. I want to hear what you think about that.
Well, I'll pretty much guarantee you left-handed people who only like using yellow Legos, you will not make a million channel.
So I say the opposite all the time. I say, if you're really, really, really into shoelaces, I bet you can make a channel on YouTube. There's probably, maybe not a million, but plenty of people out there that you're going to be able to have a chat every week about shoelaces if you want to, and get into that and build a community around it. I mean,
but we're both saying the same thing. If you do it one way, your niche is too small, but there is a way to expand it to make it a niche that's bigger. And a great example is there's a legal channel who is giving all kinds of like legal teaching you basically about the law. Barely growing, didn't do much, but then they started going through movies and TV shows that deal with law, and he started reacting to it. That's a million channel, because now you have everyone that likes all that different pop culture who's really interesting on the legal take on it.
That's interesting.
So he took legal and law, and he found a way to present it to a bigger audience.
Gonzo, do you see Mar? She says, it's now brunch with pals.
I know.
Yeah, no, right?
It's been a 2-hour live.
It's fun, so we can learn a little bit, because we don't have the time for everybody to get together. So it's pretty cool. And
I love hearing from other creators, and actually, honestly, you know who the creators I like to hear from the most? People who have a different perspective than me. So I love this.
Yeah, me too.
That's how you learn.
Great.
I watch a lot of that, actually. Although you got to be careful, because the more and more I learn, even the big names, I'm like, ooh, that's not good advice.
Yeah.
But you have to look at who they're talking to.
Right.
Because, for instance, what is it? A lot of people don't like Gary Vee. So Gary Vee isn't someone.
I love Gary Vee.
A lot of people don't like Gary Vee, but you have to realize Gary Vee is talking to the couch potato that's sitting there complaining all day.
Yep.
All he's trying to do is get that
No
couch
offense,
potato. All he's trying to do is get that couch potato off the couch.
I love Gary Vee.
But everything else, and it's like if you're like an actual like business person looking to learn more and stuff, yeah, you'll pick up some things.
Yeah.
But a lot of it
he's
is
not talking to the Fortune 500 CEO. The Fortune 500 CEO is already the Fortune 500 CEO. He's talking to Jimmy, who thinks the world's against him, while he's on his iPhone. He has more tech right here, more ability to market his services, his craft, whatever, than that CEO did growing up. I mean, we live in a time where you can do pretty much anything you want. Stop complaining about you don't have opportunities. That's what I think Gary Vee is doing, and I love him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a good example of, you have to kind of think about who their audience is before you start saying it's good advice or bad advice.
Well, if you're saying it depends on the audience, Brian, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, that's it. So if I didn't say that, I'm sorry, but thank you
I think you did.
you for fixing what I'm saying.
No, I think you did. What I'm trying to say is Gary Vee's advice. You know, people sometimes don't like Gary Vee because they say he repeats himself. You know what? He needs to, because people ain't listening. But again, you know, if you're Donald Trump, if you're one of the guys running a big company right now, you're not listening to Gary Vee for advice. Maybe about content creation you would be, but he's trying to motivate, like you said, the dude who's on the couch, who's mad at his mom because mommy didn't help him become a $800 an hour employee yet. You know, you can go do whatever you want. Go do it. Stop waiting for somebody to do it. I think that's what Gary Vee's saying.
Yeah, pretty much. But it kind of like, if you think of all the different like YouTube self-help, they know the majority of their audience is just doing a variety channel. Mm-hmm. So they're always going to say, you know, niche down. Your problem is your niche. You know, you're not focused enough. And for probably about 90% of the people that watch them, that is perfect advice. Mm-hmm. The problem is for the few people who are like, well, I tried that and it's getting worse. Well, if you niche down and it got worse, your niche, you probably need to have your niche bigger. Because some people take that too
Or maybe
early.
you just suck and you should get good at it. Like maybe,
right?
Like Nick Nimmin will say all the time, if you've been doing this for 3 years and you've posted 8 videos and all 8 of them have 50 video views, you ain't really trying. You're just telling people you're trying.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, and it's part of it. Like, as long as you learn YouTube. So I spent a lot of time studying YouTube the last year, and what I noticed is, if you take the time to like learn editing, learn to be on the camera, or whatever,
it's hard.
Yeah, if you actually take the time to learn it and you keep making videos and you keep trying to get better and better, not going, it's like, oh, that was great, I'm going to do that again the next one. It's like, well, no, you should never do the same thing again the next one. You should always have a little bit of improvement or an experiment. Mm-hmm. But if you're kind of trying and you're getting better and you're really putting the effort in, somewhere between 4 and 7 months, you should go from really not having much excitement on your channel to suddenly this steady growth up. Yeah. And if that doesn't happen, you're not paying attention to the right thing, and you should reset the 4 to 7 months and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? Mm-hmm. And don't assume it's your topic. Yeah. A lot of time it's your presentation, your format.
Yes.
Maybe you're talking about something you're not experienced enough to.
Yeah.
And you need to do more research before you open your mouth.
Kyle
Absolutely.
Craftsman, I just subbed to you. I'd love to keep the conversation going. I love Creator Talk too. Yeah, this is good stuff, Brian. I appreciate your thoughts. That's
Yeah.
I don't want to say that it's not hard. Everything that's great is not most things that are great are hard, but it's certainly not hard to try to get better. Like, I don't know.
But it depends on what you want. If you want a great fun hobby and you're having a ball doing this, you don't need more subscribers. You're doing exactly what you want out of it.
Exactly.
And they'll come. I
Right.
enjoy the journey. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but that's where I'll take that.
Well, but understand that you're getting exactly what
numbers.
you want out of this. And if that's not your goal, you need to sit down and be serious with yourself. If your goal is to make a living doing this, then you need to take a different approach to make a successful channel.
If you want to make a living at this, you better consider the sales aspect of it. Like Roberto Blake is that creative that also has entrepreneurial sales skills. He can sell himself, explain to them what the value proposition is for the company to write the check to Roberto, so Roberto can do the whatever.
Yeah, he does
don't have that entrepreneurial thing.
He does a whole lot more than just YouTube. You know.
Well, I can actually help
outside stuff. So.
I can speed everyone up in their journey. I can speed you up real fast. If you can't tell me what your channel is in one sentence, and it does not include the term Disney Vlogger. Disney Vlogger is describing yourself, not your channel. If you can't describe it in one sentence, you don't know what you're making yet.
Yeah.
You don't know who your channel is, and if you don't know who your channel is, you don't know who your audience is.
That's true.
Pardon me?
Give me your sentence.
How to vacation to Central Florida is my new channel.
Al?
Everything you freak out about Florida. I mean, that's basically, that's what I've learned, what my channel is about.
Gonzo?
Just having fun with my friends. I mean, I do it for fun. That's it.
I do love that. You put the word for, I mean, we make fun of Friends because the TV show, me and you a lot. Yeah. But
you said this last night too.
You do ooze that, so not to change the subject, but you ooze that. I love that about you, dude.
Yeah, but he's getting exactly what he wants out of it. But he has one sentence. He's not trying to be a channel he's not looking to make.
Yeah.
What's yours?
He likes to hang out with his friends.
If you ask me right now, I'd say creating content that I love and spreading some joy. But that's off.
See, to me, I would call that a description of you. But like you said, you're having fun. You have your fun. You like what you're doing. You're trying all different things. So it's okay to not have that specific sentence yet. Just recognize you don't. And if you're worried about subscribers when you can't describe your channel in one sentence, then you're looking at the wrong thing.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. There was a year and a half that was really crappy that I had to sell insurance. And, you know, it's the elevator speech. I think what Brian's saying is you got to have the elevator speech. If you're going to have 30 seconds with somebody, how do you sell? They need your value. I mean, I've got a sales piece of me that I actually love sales. I don't do sales anymore, although we all do sales. My wife is gorgeous because I was good at sales. And, and everything is sales. But I don't think I'm at that point yet on my journey here. I will be. I'm happy to take 2020 and start looking at some sponsorship opportunities, but I'm still learning to edit. I still suck at putting music in my videos. I am not ready to go primetime yet. I'm happy. Hey, if I had 100,000 subscribers tomorrow, I wouldn't be sad.
Well, I wouldn't look at it as getting sponsors.
No, I'm going. Yes, I am. I will be looking at 2020. I will be getting sponsors. I'm telling you right now. That's one of I'll have 7 goals that I'll create between now and December 31st. And that's one of them. And I'm absolutely a goal guy. I write them down. I do them.
Okay. No, that's a good way to go.
That's one of them.
I'm trying to think of how to put the thought I have in my mind. So I think you're talking about two different things. One is you plan to be successful. You have that drive. You have goals that line up with that. Like you plan to grow and get into sponsorships and make something bigger.
Yes.
And you recognize a skill set that you don't have yet is editing.
Yes.
I think that's a little bit different than being able to describe your channel.
Oh, sure.
Because, it's describing your channel lets you know what you're editing for or what audience you're after or what sponsors might even make a better one. Mm-hmm. But anyone that can't answer that question, if you actually go back and look at their channel, it's like their channel and how they make their video also doesn't make sense. It's like they don't know what it is they're doing yet.
Yep.
And that's where you get, I call them half tour guides. It's like they're trying to be half Tim and whatever the other mess is.
Yeah.
Because that works for Tim. So, I have to read the menu. That works for Tim. But they don't realize that Tim is 100% tour guide.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why he took off, because he was the first vlogging tour guide.
Yes.
It's also why he doesn't have to stay at Disney.
Speaking of reading menus and stuff like that, my thing, I don't know, this is how I feel about it. I don't read menus 95% of the time because prices change.
You don't
and the longevity of your video, because your video is always going to be on YouTube. And if someone goes back to your video 4 years from now and you're like, oh, it's $12.99 and now it's $19.99, it may be considered as false representation.
Well, actually, YouTube made adjustments in June where that's unlikely nowadays.
Hey, Rachel.
Really?
Yeah, if you're getting search results that are 5 or 6 years old, those videos are still performing really, really well. So it's not like someone suddenly found that restaurant review.
True. I just don't like to say prices and stuff like that. I don't like to say times.
So I don't understand.
Timetables.
You need to know your video. So, for instance, I'm all about how to travel to Central Florida. So I'm going to kind of give you an estimate of like, what's it going to look like on your budget? Here's what the food and stuff you're going to get. And by the way, I don't know my restaurant format yet. I still haven't dialed that in. I don't like the way anyone in Central Florida does it. And there's channels that have 5-10 million subscribers that only do restaurant reviews. So the fact that they can just do restaurant reviews and get 10 million, and for some reason, all of us vloggers that do it all the time only get 20,000, maybe. There's something to be said that maybe we all do a bad format.
Well, that might not be part of that. That might be sales. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but to kind of get back on topic, you need to know who your audience is, because I'm how to travel to Central Florida. I'm not necessarily going after the tour guide angle like Tim, but I'm trying to give you an idea of what it's going to cost to be here. What do you want to make this part of your travel? So there needs to be some idea of what it's going to cost. But if you're just out having fun with friends and everything else, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the drinks were. Yeah, the drinks are a little bit more expensive than your local bowling alley. But that's kind of true of any big city.
It's true. Yeah.
So but once you know that audience, you can kind of make these programming decisions in how your video should look. And I think it makes it a lot easier to get a cohesive product. And again, I hate to keep going back to Tim Tracker, but once Tim Tracker decided he's going to show everyone around Central Florida, he got a format that worked. And he just keeps repeating it, changing the place he's at.
It's true.
Yeah. Brian, let me ask you a question. When I started YouTube, I thought that to get to know people that they have 20, 30,000 subscribers will help me out to get subscribers, which that's the wrong way to go. That was me at the beginning. So, say that again.
Get to know them? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like get together with people that have 20,000 subscribers or subscribers, and they will help you out with
acquire friendship due to based on numbers.
So like meetups and networking? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Well, kind of. Not necessarily networking, but just.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, Gonzo.
Yeah.
He's talking about collaborating with people that are 20, 30,000, getting on their channel.
Correct. So my question is, obviously, I really noticed that wasn't the way I wanted to go, because I want to do my own thing, and I don't want that attachment. Do you think it's healthy for someone that starts YouTube to do that? It's not worth it, or what does it say that about your channel?
So in my opinion is you should get people who are just as interested in YouTube as you, that you can have private discussions. If you're not willing to go to coffee without the camera, I don't think they're the right people you should be having discussions on, like, how do I get better doing this?
I agree.
Because if they're so busy that they have to have the camera in their hand, they're not going to be good advice.
Okay.
I agree. One of the things I always say when I meet up with whether you have 5 subscribers or 5 million subscribers, one of the things I always do say is, hey, what do you think about getting together off camera? What do you think about going together and hanging out without any cameras present? Just to see what they say. Because if they come back and they're like, oh, well, I'm kind of busy. I don't know. I don't think I have the time to do anything or whatever. Yeah, I understand people are busy, but if they like me as a person, or if they want to actually be my friend, or they want to actually help me out,
so, I need to hear more information on what you guys are trying to ask about. Because if a friend wants to go have coffee, I'm going to go and be a friend and have coffee. If somebody's trying to set a meeting at work, I say no, unless you're writing me a check. 199.9%.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
I guess it depends on.
So yeah, but I mean, but that's just kind of part of figuring out if you're going to say yes. I mean, I think that's a little bit different. Like, for me, what's a good way to put it? I'll just give a real example. Paging Mr. Morrow and a few other people have their way of doing what it is. Nate would love for it to be something bigger, but Nate is having the time of his life.
It looks it. I don't know Nate well.
Nate is having the time of his life, and he doesn't actually care if it gets to it. But for Nate going out and having the time of his life is the most important thing for Nate, and it should be.
Well, and it's so engaging, right? It's so engaging. He's an engaging guy on video, at least.
Yeah, but if I'm trying to be successful, it would be best for me to find some other people who are also worried about, okay, what change did YouTube just make? What things just happened? Or just have people to bounce ideas off of, where you're not necessarily on screen or there's no camera, there's no viewership involved. There's a couple of people that I'll go about every 3 weeks. We get coffee on a Sunday.
See, I love those kinds of, those are friendships. Like, again, like if Al asked me to go, well, we don't live in the same city, but if we lived in the same city and Al said, hey, let's go get some coffee, the answer is yes, because he's a friend. If some dude calls me at work, and they do all the time, and wants to sell me some, I mean, Mark Cuban says it. If you're not writing you a check, don't take the meeting. But you're not a meeting, you're a friend, Al or Gonzo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess that's where I would.
Well, I'm talking about finding a peer group that has a common aligned interest.
There you go. Right. Yeah, those are invaluable.
The three people that I'm talking to right now, the three people that I'm collaborating right now as we speak on this live chat, I've had coffee with all three of you. I've sat down and talked with you, Dole Whip at Electric Umbrella. Orlando Theme Park 360. I've been to your house numerous times. And Gonzo, I see you every other weekend. So that's what I'm saying. I always pick and choose. That's just my premise, though. I'm not saying that's what you should do or anything like that. But my thing is that if I'm going to collaborate with somebody on a long-term basis, it's not going to be a business transaction. And it's actually going to be a long-term business or long-term basis of friendship and collaboration and creation. I want to know that I could actually hang out with this person off camera. I can hang out with this person without working together, where we actually have a tie or connection as human beings, as people, and that's the whole basis of Freak Out Family is, my subscribers are my Freak Out family because the people who subscribe to me, I know have the same interests as I do because they're subscribed to me, and that's why I call them the Freak Out Family, because they are family in so many words to speak of. When I met Adam the Woo, all right, at Hollywood Studios, one of the things he said to me, and I quote, was, "It's amazing. I've been having a 10-minute conversation with you, and you haven't pulled your camera out yet. You haven't pulled your phone out yet." That's what he said. And I said, "I'm not here to get you on camera. I'm here to have a conversation with you." And he was like, okay, like that, because he's so used. Every person that he meets, 95% of them want to get an Instagram picture with him. They want to get him on camera. They want to put him on their channel. They want to get his credibility out there on their stuff. And I'm completely opposite. I've met so many huge artists in music because I was a photographer for WJR 101.1 and stuff like that. And I've learned through that credibility that when I met a huge audience, I wasn't a fanboy when I met them. I wasn't like, oh my God, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I would just talk to them like normal people. And 95% of the time, those huge artists would invite me back after the show because they wanted to have a conversation with me. They were like, this is a real human being. This is a person. This isn't, they know I'm a fan because obviously I'm there, otherwise I wouldn't want to shoot them. I'm not getting paid for it.
But to kind of more directly answer your question, yes, being on camera with other channels can help, but you need to be ready for it. And you need to kind of understand why you're doing it, because pretty much everyone that's in this community looks for the person that's all they're after. And they're going to tell you no, or they're going to blow you off, or they're not going to be that great, or you're not going to end up on their video. The other side of things is you also have to be respectful to the fact that they have their audience to worry about.
Yeah.
You're whatever you did on camera with them may not have fit their audience, because, you know, especially if you ran into them at the park. You know, this wasn't like you guys decided to do something together and you planned and everything.
Right.
You need to kind of put things in perspective. All you did was run into them.
It's by chance.
It can help and it can hurt, because you also got to remember you're showing your audience them, and you may be telling all your subscribers they're more interesting to watch.
Right.
Because there's a lot of collaborations where I like the person they collaborated with better than them.
Yeah.
It's like the video I always wanted, their friend did. It's like I stopped subscribing to them.
So Gonzo, I'd like your thoughts on this, because I was with you when you said, "Hey, there's Tim." I walked over and fanboyed and got a picture. Didn't put it on I haven't even posted on Instagram. I sent it to my daughter because she loves Tim Trucker. That's why I did that. We met Michael K. He came over, we talked. I got a picture with him. I was fanning. I wasn't YouTubing. I haven't posted it. I've never posted any of it. It was me being a fan at Disney of their channels and them.
And that's perfectly fine too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all.
I had fun. I mean, Michael came to us. Dave came to us. I went to Tim, no doubt. But I guess what I'm hearing is, I mean, I guess putting Tim Tracker on my thumbnail for a video makes sense. I mean, as I'm thinking about it, but that wasn't why I went and got a picture with Tim Tracker. I'm like, that's my daughter's favorite YouTuber, and then Michael is my favorite Disney YouTuber. You know, I think
I could actually fill this in a little bit more to help you figure out what he's talking about. I met him on the first day he did what he's asking, which I think is probably why he directed the question at me. And essentially what he did was he made friends with Dev, and he was going to be in town, and he went around and
Who are we talking about? Gonzo?
Yeah, Gonzo.
Okay.
He himself had done his question, and he noticed it wasn't helping him grow.
Correct.
But he also didn't come
what?
out.
I'm still, maybe I'm dense here. He did what? Met Dev?
He's talking about doing collaborations as a method to grow your channel.
Okay.
And that's essentially what he was doing. But he was also being friends, which is why he even got Dev to come along and hang out with him, because he came at it from the right method. That a lot of the drama online really just has to do with someone who pretended to be a friend trying to grow their channel. And it honestly, will you get some people? Sure. If you're after an extra 1,000 people in 1 year, cool. But if someone who pays attention, makes better videos and everything else can end their first year with 25,000 subscribers, you're putting your effort in the wrong growth spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. And for me, collaborations need to mean something. So if I think of my new channel, I don't like characters. I can't suspend a disbelief of what the character is. I can't get into it. I would be incredibly fake meeting it on camera. So I'm going to collaborate with a couple people who love meeting characters.
I mean, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I have two things to say on that. So Tile Craftsman just put in there, Super Enthused literally blew up by collaborating with Woo Fight Me. Yeah. I
have something to say about that.
So I do it. I'm not trying to promote. I do a show every Sunday where I interview a Disney creator. I call it DizTube. It's every Sunday night. I'm not trying to promo it, but tonight, 8 o'clock, D&G Explorers be there. And one of the reasons I did it was I want to get to know more Disney creators. But one of the reasons I also did it is I wanted to share Disney creators with people. Now, I hope that's a win-win. I hope that some of my favorite comments, and I get them every Sunday, sometimes in the chat and sometimes on Instagram afterwards. Hey, thanks. I didn't know that channel. Now I'm watching them. And I love getting that. And that's about me helping somebody find somebody else. And I love that.
Right.
Also, it doesn't make me sad if, like, I've got some pretty big YouTubers coming up on the show, and I'm excited about that. Sometimes when I have big YouTubers, they bring their people. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes
you don't see anything. Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody knows who they're on. I don't, I promote it on my Instagram, but that's if I've got, so I don't know, I've got D&G Explorers tonight. I got Myers and the Mouse next week. So I don't expect them to promote it to their people. I don't. If they do, great. But if they come on and somebody new sees them, I see it being a virtuous circle. It's a win-win. Like if I had Dev on, it was a good show. It had good numbers. But if Dev tells all of his followers and I get 60,000 people in there, man, I'm happy about it. But that's not why you do it. You build the relationship. There's nothing wrong with getting value out of relationships, but have the relationship for the relationship. Is that that makes sense? I don't know if I'm articulating very well there, but
well, I would like to say that if you know me outside of YouTube, you know I'm great friends. I'm really, some would say best friends with John, with Big Fat Panda. But if you go to my channel, you'll notice that I have like 3 videos with Panda. There's a reason why. The reason why is, and if you go to Panda's channel, you'll notice that I hardly have any videos on Panda's channel with me in it. There's a reason why. It's because John is my friend. Plain and simple. Okay? John told me at one point in time when I first met him, I did try to kind of push onto John, you know, hey, can you promote me a little bit? Can you put me out there a little bit? You know, help me out, help the channel out. He told me flat out no. And I said, why? He said, because if I do, you're going to get what is called a false, what did he say? A false following. He said, there's something that is real called a false following. It's basically, I could tell all my subscribers to follow your channel and you're a great guy. And I love you to death and you're my best friend and all that stuff. You will get a bunch of subscribers right off the bat as soon as I say that, because my subscribers will say, oh, well, John likes him, so I like him too. They will follow you.
I'll check them out too.
Right. But they will follow you because John said for them to follow you. They didn't follow you because of your content. And what happens is John said, what happens is a couple months later, after they watch your content might not be right for those people. They might not like your content and they'll leave your channel because they were false subscribers. They came in because they were told to come in.
They'll also hurt your views because they'll give the computer the reaction that the video is not good.
Right. Because
it's the same thing for like, it's the same thing for like titling your video wrong. You found this giant audience who didn't like your video.
Right.
So a video that should have been good isn't because you found the wrong audience.
And sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes a lot of those people will probably stay with you. Maybe it was a good connection. Maybe it was good, but you're basically putting a gamble on that 50-50. You don't know if that's going to happen. So it's better to pull your audience.
I have a resale.
You pull your
nonprofit, and we serve kids. We have after school programs. Blah blah blah. We also have a resale shop that funds. It's a large percentage of our funding comes from a resale shop. Okay, and we're a successful resale shop. Our parking lot is full most of the day. Right. Next to us was a auto parts store, which was empty. Never had anybody. The parking lots were connected, so you could drive between one and the other. The people next to us closed off the parking lot because they didn't want our customers parking in their parking lot.
Oh, wow.
They preferred theirs to be empty over having our customers in front of them. I want to be a good neighbor. I said, yeah, no problem, whatever. Well, it is what it is. They went out of business. I walked over there and I talked to them before they went out of business. I said, hey, you getting more customers in your store because of us? No, the truth is the truth. People are going to come to your channel for a variety of reasons.
Right.
Maybe you meet a friend, maybe Big Fat Panda, you're on there. Maybe it doesn't matter why. However they get there, it's our job to keep them. And it's that first impression, like the first time you look at your wife, the first time she looks at you, the first time they look at your channel, you've got about, like, there's a great book by Malcolm Gladwell called Blink that I think every YouTuber should read. I know nobody will, but hardly anybody will, but you should. And it talks about thin slicing, and thin slicing is the brain's ability to make a decision quickly. And we lie, and people are going to get mad at this, but this is my I don't care face. We lie to each other and we pretend that we're not supposed to make snap judgments. We make snap judgments all day, every day. And if you're a YouTuber, here's what I think everyone needs to know. People are going to decide like this. Oh, I don't like his. I say that in my videos. If you didn't like my ugly face, I'm being funny. But people are going to leave because they don't like your face, or they don't like your background, or they don't like your anything, the way you talk. We thin slice all day long. Again, Malcolm Gladwell, Blink, check it out if you want to know more. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's real. We do it all the time. It's just, if the opportunity that whoever takes to promote you, like my DisTube show is all about promoting other Disney creators.
Right.
I like doing it. I think there's value in it, and I'm providing value, and I think that's how you build an audience. But it's interesting. Christy pointed out, and Gonzo, you were agreeing, and I hear this a lot. You know, I've met a YouTuber and they were totally different on camera, and you hear that about movie actors and TV actors. You hear that about athletes. I used to be, you know, you're in the music industry, Al. I used to do a little thing, some stuff with sports, and some small, it doesn't matter. And you hear all the time people ripping on people, sometimes that I knew, that, oh, they're different on camera. They're different. No, they're different. They're different on Tuesday, man. They're different on Wednesday. They're different at 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Like, am I the same person on video as I am in real life? Yes. And am I a different person? What time is it? At 12:40 Central Time, then I'll be at 5:40 Central Time? Yes. That thin slice that you have of me on video or in person in the parks or at Arby's or while I'm in traffic or whatever, people judge that as if that's your forever. And that's kind of what we do. I'm on a little rampage. I'll shut up here in a minute. Unlikely. But it's like that whole thing on social media. You want to attack somebody for something that you could, like, if you want to pull out one sentence of somebody that they said or one thing they did, you know, you better be talking about Jesus, or we all fall short. Everybody has good moments. Everybody has bad moments. And when people say they're different than they were on video, that's you, man. We're all different all day long. We're all a conglomeration of all day, every day, all of our lives. And if you take the worst moment you've ever seen me, like somebody said, oh, paper, scissors, you know, I think they said, Jeff, you're so nice. I appreciate that. I am super nice. I'm also the biggest jerk you've ever seen. Get between me and my wife. You'll find out. My kids. We're all of it. And I don't know why we have to, you know, Anthony Robbins talks about the key to happiness, and it's so easy to figure out. The key to happiness is learnable right now, guys. Stop thinking you have control over other people. They are who they are in that moment. That's not them all the time. You're not that all the time. Stop thinking they owe you something, and serve and provide value and have fun and promote each other and value each other. And what's hard about any of this? Please, somebody argue with me about any of it.
I don't know.
No, I mean, and we talked about this before, and all four of us that were here, I met you guys in person, and we had time to talk and stuff. And what we project in YouTube is the same in person, because it's like that. Just like me, I'm in YouTube. I'm the same person. When you see me in real life, maybe a little bit quieter. Maybe a little bit quieter because I don't like to be allowed in around crowd people, but I'm the same person.
You're plenty of it.
I'm very different. I'm very different. And it really kind of comes down, and the best way I can kind of explain it is, if you have a happy channel, you're not going to put out a depressing video that doesn't fit your channel.
Maybe you will, though. Some days we're different.
Nah, see, I purposely look for that, and I say, no, that doesn't get released. I will stop editing in the middle and say, nope, that doesn't go out. It doesn't fit the channel. It changes the tone of the channel. It's wrong. But when you don't get me on camera, I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get rent? Where am I going to film next? Wow, I have to get these 30 things done. Damn, my daughter needs something. I'm very much consumed in life when I'm off the camera. On the camera, I have one job, and that's to be on camera. And when I hit record, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing on camera, and I'm at that task.
So I had to get off the stream. A phone call came. I can't tell you what it is. At least two of you know the person who just called me, and it was an answers to prayers. And I can't share it. I don't have permission to share it. But it is good news. It's great news. It's cryable great news. But I didn't come on here. Like, I'm on Gonzo's channel right now. I'm being respectful. I'm not. The conversation is conversation. It goes where it goes. I have, at this point, 1/4 of the control over moving it. Chat has a piece of it. You know what it is. But of course, we're like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Like Christy says, she's snarky in real life. She's snarky in person. I think that I am a little different on camera than you're going to see me. I'm trying to enunciate clearer, when I'm on here. I'm trying to speak clear. I'm trying to have better lighting. It is a little different, but I'm not different person.
So let me ask you a question. Here goes to all three of you. Let's say that, and I hope it happens. You have 100K plus 500,000 subscribers. You're making a lot of money in YouTube. You're a big time person in YouTube. Are you going to change the way you are?
Yes. And if people don't want to hear that, I will have less time available. People will have to. Yes. Everyone wants to lie and say, no, everything will be the same, Gonzo. Okay. I still like the people I like. I'll still dislike the people I dislike. I will have less time. Yes. I'm the exec director, CEO of an organization. People all the time think, oh, how do you blog every day? Because I don't watch reruns, people. Everybody has the same amount of day. Everybody has the same amount of everything.
Yeah.
But as we get more successful, we're busier. We have more, like Mark Cuban, I referenced this earlier. Mark Cuban doesn't take a meeting unless he's getting a check. Some people say, oh, well, so if you're Mark Cuban's buddy from junior high and you give him a call and, hey, Mark, this Thursday at 4, I'm going to be in town. I got a guy on Facebook who I haven't talked to in 20 years this week. Hey, I'm going to be in town. You want to meet up? I didn't even respond. Does that make me a jerk? I don't know. I don't, maybe it does.
I think a great example of what you're saying is look at one of Gary Vee's vlogs. You will see his people corner him and say, hang on, I need 5 minutes. You have to do these 5 Instagram things. Hang on, I need this. It's like your time is, you don't have the same amount of time to give everyone that you once did.
Say no.
That's why you have to bring on an editor. You have to bring on a business manager.
That's
you have to put people who know more of what you don't in order to make everything successful.
Right.
But it also frees you up because if you're going to always be the online personality, then you need to free up every other job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My answer, and Gonzo, does that make sense? Because I mean, we're friends. We're going to be friends. We're always going to be friends. But let's put it the other way. If you, I don't want to. I know what you do for work, and I don't want to. If you get so successful in work that you're the CEO of a national organization, you're going to have less time for me and everybody else. That's not bad. That's real.
Yeah,
actually, that's freaking success, dude.
I think another good example of it is I get together every third Sunday for coffee. We may not be able to go to those places anymore because everyone's going to try to get my attention there. And it has nothing to do with that. This is what we do and we have to do it. It's the fact that it just doesn't work out anymore. Yeah. And with your friends, you adapt.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe that becomes we hang out at one of our houses, or life has to evolve around what you're dealing with. And think about Tim Tracker. Imagine Tip Tracker, man. You don't see him really do dinners in Magic Kingdom or anything anymore.
How could he?
He takes the bus to the Magic Kingdom just to avoid getting mobbed on the monorail and stuff. He told me.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's changed his alternatives just to work around
my professional situation. I run a nonprofit. I used to have to deal with local politicians. All of them think they're the most important. If you're running for city office or you're currently a city office person, I'm probably gonna run the other way from you. One of my best friends in the world is considering running right now. I keep telling them I'll still like you, but no, don't do it. And I'm not even kidding. Like, the truth is the truth. My time is valuable. I can waste my time any way I want. You can waste my time if I'm your friend and you're my friend and I want you to.
Yeah.
No one wastes my time outside of me allowing it. And most people, hey, Detroit Disney Duo, just let people waste their time because they just want to be liked. And I honestly make fun of those people because I don't care. I don't. I think that we, all four of us, put ourselves out there. We're doing it right now. And I think we're all likable. Brian, I'm just getting to know you. You seem very likable today. I know the other two very well. They're very likable people. But in the end, some people aren't going to like you. Saying no to somebody you don't know is hard for most people. Saying no to somebody you like or even love sometimes can be hard. I say no to my mom all the dang time. And keep making up. I say mom just because obviously you care about your mom. I don't think that means they're bad if you see them at the park or you see them at Walmart, or you see them in oh, they were different. They were them that moment. Maybe they're you don't know what's going on. Like, if you like them already, but you meet them in person and you're in the parks and you're doing this, but maybe I'm there with my family, or maybe I'm them vlogging. And if I meet you and you don't like that interaction for that 5 seconds and that doesn't make you like me anymore, I win. Less you, more me, Tell me where I'm wrong.
That's true. To answer your question, Gonzo, on my behalf, I would say that I completely agree with Dole Whip and on that factor that your life is definitely going to change due to fame and fortune and all that mess. But I would like to say that I would like to try not to change if I could find alternatives, as we just said with Tim. Finding alternatives of avoiding situations. And just like Orlando Theme Park 360 said, or Brian, excuse me, just as Brian said, go to coffee every Thursday at such and such diner, and now you can't go because you're going to get mobbed there.
Yeah.
Respectively, I'd like to find a new diner. I'd like to find a new place to meet, to still have coffee with those people who I hold true. And that.
Do any of you collect autographs?
Do
any of you collect autographs?
Collect autographs? You mean like if I was a baseball fanatic, autographs on a card type thing? I would love to. I wish I had the time to do that.
I used to work with. I
got Star Wars autographs.
I mentioned. So I used to more than I do. And again, I've been in that world, and I won't bore you with the details. We can talk another time if you care. But I hate it when I hear people who are mad at fill in the blank because, they wouldn't sign for my fill in the blank. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
No,
and it was the proper time to get the autograph.
Sign the same as it's me wanting who I don't know. Name a famous person. Donald Trump. It's me wanting Donald Trump to sign my hat. It's me wanting Hillary Clinton, trying not to be political, to sign my hat.
Right.
If I want them to do it, that's me. If they don't have time, that's them.
Right.
Yeah.
Or fill in the athlete or the YouTuber or whatever. Like Christy said, I feel bad for Tim Tracker. I kind of do too. Like, a dude's got a great gig and he made his own bet. And obviously I hope he's having a good time. I don't know him. I hope he is.
Sure is.
Boy, what would suck for me to be able to not go to Disneyland and have a good time with my daughters. That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a problem for him.
Yeah. If you got that family time that you want, you don't really have the ability to have that family time once you get to a certain point.
He has to spend so much extra money to surround himself by help.
Yeah.
If he would say that, but can he go to the Disney parks and just have a good time?
Nope.
I can tell you, I want to take a picture with him.
And most celebrities are miserable because they have to be around this type of security. The black suits with sunglasses. They have to be around that security all the time.
That's why I always want to be a drummer, Al, for you in your world.
I forgot there was a famous person that just disguised themselves and got away with doing at Disneyland. Only one person recognized them. I think it was Selena Gomez. I think it was Selena Gomez. I think Selena actually spent the day at Disneyland, just looked like a homeless person.
And she loved every 5 seconds.
And there's only one person that recognized her.
Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B. Yeah, that's it.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. That's right. Yeah.
That is one.
And she loved every 5 seconds. I remember that. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's also good at that. I used to notice. I didn't bother him, but I used to notice Dave Chappelle walking around New York in very weird disguises.
Really?
In fact, if it's a very weird disguise, it's probably Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, most
it's one of those ones where I think he got the hang of it. Like if someone looks over and goes like, "What the hell?" and just keeps going, that worked better than him trying to blend in.
I'll tell you, I've only hung out in New York City one time. There was a lot of weird looking dudes.
Yeah. So imagine someone that makes you turn your head and go, "What?"
Most likely he's famous. You don't even know it.
Probably.
Especially if you see a really fat guy in a robe in a theme park. That's the most famous guy you never even heard of.
But I want to answer something to Christy because this is kind of interesting. No one really thinks about this. She mentions Tim Tracker closed the PO box because so many people were sending stuff. Be honest with you, I don't talk to Tim on any kind of a personal basis, so I don't know the exact reasons why. I'm sure that's what he said publicly.
Right back.
Okay.
But I wanted to say something interesting. Most people don't realize you're supposed to be paying taxes on the stuff you receive in the mail.
That's true.
A gift is not free.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting. Like everyone's like, "Hey, when you gonna open a PO box?" I'm like, "I'm not. I don't want to have to deal with the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it to me."
Yeah.
So I know it's kind of a thing to send fan mail and stuff, and maybe if we work through like at some point maybe a management company or something, or at some point I'll ask more about the legalities.
Right, you don't pay taxes on letters, but you pay taxes on material items that are sent.
Well, if the letter came with a gift card in it, you do.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's I
Yeah.
mean, if it has material items or monetary.
Tim Tracker stuff, they used to get all kinds of like ornaments and T-shirts, and I just don't want to deal with the legalities.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want free stuff. And then the other side of things is like my chance of saving it is very little. Like I don't even save my own T-shirts. It's like I stopped buying T-shirts because I realized I don't keep them or wear them.
That's
so
true.
there was no reason to keep buying them. So you sending me that, it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
As soon as Dope Day gets back, we're probably going to start closing up, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I told you you're going to be up for hours if you got me on, man.
I know.
Hit this subject, and I just go.
No, it was great. It was a great live.
Did I actually answer your question though with the whole collaboration thing?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
And to be honest with you, I don't think many Disney people actually collaborate. I wouldn't call what they do collaboration. I'd call it hanging out.
Yeah.
To me, a collaboration is where you both take the time and say, hey, what do we want to do? And what's your side of the video going to be? And what's mine? And they complement each other.
True.
And if you think about it, the best collaborations you've probably ever seen was, I'll give you a great example. Adam and Jackie LeWoo did Disneyland. It was her first time. Mm-hmm. So she concentrated on like Disneyland as a whole and the rides and her first time there. Adam concentrated on the food they ate.
Yeah.
Both the same video, but very different. And you had to watch both to get the whole story.
Yeah.
But the story wasn't missing if you missed one of them.
True.
And that's a great example where you do a collaboration where the videos actually help each other.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
True.
And Scissors and Vacations. Oh my, that is a long name. You should change your channel name. And I'm being this serious. No, I'm being this serious. How is someone you meet on the street going to find that channel?
Paper, Scissors, and Vacation.
My channel is hard to find, and my channel you think would be easy. The average person can't find my channel. They can't even remember the whole name. And that's one of the reasons I want to change it. It's someone can't pull out their phone and find me.
Yeah. And Mar was typing something in the chat earlier that what she was saying. Let me see real quick. That's a horrible price to pay for losing your freedom and security. Of course, that comes with fame. It's like a Hollywood actor, you know. You're doing all these vlogs in the park and you get famous. Everybody's gonna be wanting to take a picture or sign this for me or do this and do that.
It gets scary too. I just want to point out it gets really, really scary because
of course
I won't say who it was, but I was hanging out with someone and they posted on their Instagram that they were a picture that it was obvious they were at Contemporary. 10 minutes later, the craziest family came running, screaming at them. And for 1 second, we're literally like, are we in danger?
Yeah.
We actually looked at each other going, do we run?
Yeah.
And it was a family who skipped a Victoria and Albert's table service or chef's table to go say hi to them because they posted an Instagram picture at Contemporary and they might be able to see him.
Wow.
And you can't be late to a chef's table.
No.
Wow.
So they literally gave up like a $2,000 dinner to come running crazy on the off chance they might be able to meet him. And they ran like they did that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it gets to a point, man. And like you said, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to meet in the parks because even though you're in the parks, you don't know what's going to happen or in the hotels or everything like that. But I feel bad for Tim in the sense now when the kid grows up, how's he going to go to the park? Because it's a kid. The kid's not going to know what, you know what I'm saying? You feel me when I'm saying? He's not going to have that privacy.
He's going to have trouble with bringing the kid to the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's people that are not, if you think of it, best example I have is seeing like a service dog. People are like, no, it's okay for me to touch him.
Yeah.
They don't have that boundary. And there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to have that boundary with his kid.
They need to get good costumes.
they're not just that, but they probably would have to go with VIP.
Yeah, most likely that would be
or some type of security type detail where they just can't go without someone that can legally say no, you can't say hi to them.
Right.
Yeah.
But then that's going to change the huge dynamic. It's like, oh, who's this Tim guy? He wouldn't even say hi to me.
Right.
So at the same time, they can't put themselves into that spot either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that happened.
Go at night.
And I honestly, I have a feeling I think they know that by the amount of time they spent getting out before the baby was born.
Yeah.
Because they definitely made a priority to spend time together doing fun things.
Well, poor Jen, ended her Twitter on behalf of the whole thing. If you remember correctly.
Yeah.
I don't have Twitter, so I don't know.
She just didn't expect the
there was a lot of really when they announced a pregnancy, there was literally death threats and you're going to be a horrible parent and you should have an abortion, you should give it up and it was a large amount.
Wow.
But from what I understand, people showed up on their door saying you can't be parents, you got to give this child up.
Yeah, that's
it didn't stop at Twitter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tim is in a whole different spot of what can Tim do personally. He's not trying to hide from the community. He barely feels safe in his own home.
Yep. And God bless them, though. I wish them luck, man. And I know they're going to do good. They're
going to do fine.
Mara, a gift is taxable. Yes, a gift is considered if it's a personal item you use, it's supposed to be put under use tax.
Yep.
Which is why taxable. If you win a contest, you have to pay the taxes before you can get your free car.
Mm-hmm. So it's actually not free. You got to pay the taxes.
Yeah, so it's and to be honest with you, there's some exceptions to that and everything, and don't go by that. But when you're talking about a YouTuber, most people don't realize most YouTubers start a business because there's tax benefits to doing that. Mm-hmm. Because now you get 30% of the money you made on YouTube instead of 50%. Because it's there's a lot of stuff you need to do. So a gift towards a business is different than a gift towards a person. But if you kind of go back, even though like when Clinton was leaving office, there was a whole bunch of like, oh, no, hang on. You got all these gifts you haven't paid taxes for yet.
Yeah.
It's like your taxes are wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's the president who is getting gifts for being president. So there is a certain legal side where things are taxable. I don't know the details of it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, guys. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
No problem.
What'd I miss? I heard you guys talking about taxes. Dang.
Yeah, we went into taxes.
Yeah, I threw the bomb that gifts people mail your YouTube channel are taxable, are supposed to be taxed. And if you're not doing it, you're tax evading.
You mentioned Tim had to shut us down. Casey Neistat had to shut his down too.
Yep.
Although Casey Neistat didn't actually shut his down. His was his actual studio address. So he couldn't stop it. He was still there to get mail.
But he told people, I'm giving it away.
And it didn't stop.
It didn't stop.
I don't know. Goals, right? Like, I don't want stuff. I got too much stuff, but it's I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know.
I personally don't. I don't want to miss anyone. I don't want someone to get lost in the mail and now they hate me because I never got it in the first place. I don't want someone that thinks they mailed it correctly and didn't. And I never got it to say thank you. I don't want to do a video about it. Those are some of the videos I hate the most. I don't watch any of those videos.
People love them. People love seeing you open their stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, but part of it is because you don't have another outlet for interacting with the community.
Well, it's one.
And if you don't have it, it's a very easy way to get it.
I mean, I had a friend, a YouTube friend, part of the community, who sent me stuff from England. It's frankly one of my better viewed videos, and it is what it is. It's an honor that people want to send you stuff. I think it's weird at that Casey Neistat point where you're getting products from people you didn't. It's like when people knock on my door to sell me stuff. If I wanted it, I would have went to Home Depot or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
But you got to remember, it still works. It's the reason why spam is a thing. If spam didn't make someone rich, spam wouldn't be around.
How many times you get a call from somebody that's selling you something that you don't want? Yeah.
Well, that's
different when it's a friend subscriber sending you something like a Disney pin or like that's being a friend. That's giving a gift to a friend. It's weird, I think, for me, when some company that I don't even hasn't happened to me. When well, that's not true. That's not true. Come on. I don't even have 3,000 subscribers. And I've had people send me stuff saying, "Hey, I got energy gum. They wanted me to review." Whatever.
I want gum.
Weird, right?
Yeah, those people can mail me. Those people can mail me stuff.
I'll send you the gum. I haven't chewed it. It's somewhere.
It's ABC gum.
Yeah.
Already been chewed.
No, and not to mention, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know where I'm going to do with my own family keepsakes. It's like I don't display them. There's too many of them. It's I don't know what to do with them. Yeah,
Christy says I like postcards. Well, that's true. It is fun to get I guess I'm talking about two different things. Like when friends, YouTube friends or otherwise, send me like the Lynn Project. I got right here. She's a friend of a bunch of ours. She sent me some stickers of her channel. I love that. She's my friend. When Viter Energy Gum sends me stuff and hey, will you do a review? No, I won't.
No, I won't.
No, I won't.
Sorry. Jesus.
Oh, funny.
Actually, I should say I always said if I ever opened one, the only thing I'd ever accept was postcards. But again, I don't want to have to create content around you mailing me something.
Oh man, you send me some Disney pins, I'll make a video of it. You kidding me? I don't care.
Oh, my daughter would love the pins. But again, does that fit your channel? Because it wouldn't fit my channel.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
and now it would fit this channel that's going to be renamed and just be sloppy and everything, but it doesn't mean you're a subscriber. But then again, I can get you to subscribe to both. That might work, actually.
Hey, Jeff, do you fix the D23 thing? For the pins?
think it's fixed. Actually, okay. I was going to ask you offline.
Okay, we do it offline. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. I think so. I don't know. Okay. So I think it was a me not reading. I don't know. Let's talk.
Okay. D23 thing. No, I'm curious. D23 what?
Oh, you know when you get a D23, you get a set of pins.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to get them soon. So
when did you become a member?
Sounds gross. I don't know. I didn't try it.
Last month.
Oh yeah, it's about 2 or 3 weeks away.
It takes about 2 months. I think it was a me patient thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't. So the day that you told me about it, I didn't do it that day. I did it. I don't know, like 5 days later or whatever. I don't know. I did it at work when I went through that email. And then I'll tell you offline. I think it's me being impatient, but
it takes a couple of weeks.
It says 5 to 8 weeks for shipping.
Yeah.
So if you're under 2 months, you're.
I think you and Kelly did it the same day, but I didn't click that button that day. I think that's where it is.
Gotcha. Yeah, it takes a couple of weeks.
Now is that the free subscription? Did you go that?
I was a free member, but
no. It was a full membership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I've never done the free, so I don't know what comes in free.
I'm still going back and forth on. Like, I really want to go to that, but everybody who I've talked to says it is a nut house, and you're like a sardine. So I don't know.
The expo?
Yeah, D23. 3 days.
Honestly, I don't think I like most of it.
I think I wanted to, but I think now that everyone's there, I mean, I don't hate crowds, but I don't want to be one of them all day long. Like,
well, here's the thing: the chances of you getting into a panel are almost zero.
Apparently, yeah. People I talk to.
Even press doesn't get into some of them, and they want you there.
Yeah.
The easiest way to describe it is they have an extra convention center for the overnight line.
I saw that. Corey Meets World did a video. He bumped into a bunch of people, This Life of Ours and all that. And I remember that was the day I went, you know what, honey, I told you we're going next time. Maybe not.
Yeah.
And
that what makes it hard, because if there's two panels that are expected to like be hard to get into, you can't stand in 2 lines overnight.
I'm not standing on
I'm not spending $1,000 and
Brian,
2 nights sitting in a line.
So here comes more arrogant Jeff. So if you're already not sure if you like me, here's proof that you won't.
Oh, here we go.
I've never been a stand in line guy. So me and Gonzo are at opening day, Galaxy's Edge. We get in the line that's 8 hours long or some dang thing, and we're like, this is stupid. We walk over there, we look for another option, and how long we ended up riding it 3 times in less than an hour. I took my daughter to Ariana Grande concert where this is life, real stuff. Tile Craftsman wants to know if Al's wearing pants. Do not answer that question if it's the wrong answer, Al. But anyway, we're at Ariana Grande, and I've done this my whole life going to sporting events and concerts. There's 40 different lines that are 300 people, 400 people deep. And I'm with my daughter, who's 18. And I'm like, hey, sweetie, just trust me. Let's walk over here. She's like, no, Dad, let's get in line. I'm like, sweetheart, do you want to get in now or do you want to stand in line? I guarantee we can get in right now. She thinks I'm crazy. We walk around the line. We go up to the front, and there's at least 1/3 of the openings have no one there because everyone's a lemming and they get in the line. Just walk to the front, see what your options are. You can walk to the back and you lose 8 spots. And I've done that my whole life, getting into Padre games, Dodger games, Chargers games. You just walk in, man. You don't be a lemming and get in the back of the line. Why are we talking about this? I don't know.
Opening day of Star Wars, I did that. D23, long line.
D23. Yeah.
Yeah, D23.
Yeah, so
I don't
now, if the rumor that it will be in Florida is true, I will be there. If I don't have to travel to go to it, I will go.
Is that a thing, really? I've heard people wanting them to do that.
It's on the it's during the 21st anniversary. And some people are saying it's going to be here.
Interesting. I mean, that would be.
And they also just built all that new convention space with all the hotel renovations.
Yeah, that's not the issue. The issue would be that most of the executives work in Anaheim. Well, Burbank to be official, but
most of the people that they bring in as a special guest too.
Yes, that's a good point too, Brian. Absolutely.
But if they're in this whole new thing with Disney Plus and everything else, be honest with you, I can see them possibly coming here. Now, I won't miss Destination D, which is the other expo. Have you ever been to that?
I've not. I've heard a little bit. I'm in.
Okay, so every other
Chicago that looks amazing.
The big D23 expo is every other year. And then you also have Destination D, which is also done by D23, and that's the alternate year. So next year will be a Destination D.
Okay.
Destination D is held in Walt Disney World. It's held at Contemporary.
You read my mind.
Okay.
It's basically 100% about the parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it put on my Disney or is it
It's D23.
Okay.
So
I make a great traveling companion, by the way. Go with that if you I'm just saying.
A great travel. What?
A traveling companion if you want to take a guest with you.
He needs to ride the Contemporary.
Destination D23. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying.
But anyway, it's called Destination because it's about the last year's was a little off because it was Mickey's birthday and they made it around that.
Yeah.
But like the year before was 100% about Adventureland.
That'd be fun.
But it was everything about Adventureland, including digging out the old real life documentaries that inspired Adventureland.
Oh, I would love.
Well, went into huge analysis. They had all these. They literally had. It was a husband and wife duo that made them all, and it literally had them like. Somehow they got a picture of them stuck on top of their motorhome, surrounded by lions.
Oh wow!
Like how much actually went into it. But the funny thing is the cameras were sitting in front of you to look at.
Huh?
So the actual cameras that filmed it were there too.
Oh wow!
Crispy.
But then, I mean, there was like a 2-hour panel on how Adventureland is different in every park, and and it's the Imagineers talking about how they made things different on purpose.
And do we get tickets being a member of D23?
They go on sale for members of D23 first, but they usually go.
Special
basically, it goes on sale where if you weren't a member, you were going to be a member after you pay the surcharge on the ticket.
Gotcha.
It's cheaper for you to get the member and then buy you and your family the cheaper tickets.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Part of me really wants to, and part of me thinks it would be a horrible. Because I mean, like everybody, you only have so many dollars. You only have so many days you can take off. And as I was telling Gonzo, family gets in the way. Like, we've got family stuff going on right now, and so some of our vacation money is going to see family. So,
the big one doesn't interest me, but I'm also not a big Disney movie fan, so I don't care about the movie panels.
See, and here's the other part about that, Brian, though. I am, but I can watch it online. Like,
that's the other thing.
I watched the entire Star Wars convention. I didn't leave it in my house that weekend. I watched most of the D23 things. The stuff that, like the Mandalorian preview that they didn't show, I saw it about an hour and a half later on YouTube. I mean, I'm not there. It's like football. Like, I'm a football nut. I grew up going to San Diego Chargers games. Now I live in Dallas. You know how many times I've gone to a Cowboys game? 0. You know why?
0.
It's comfy.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see if you have a group of friends and you're going out to the West Coast and you're going to spend half a week at Disneyland as well, and it's just going to be part of this big experience, great. but it's a $10,000 weekend.
Exactly.
So it's I don't
And
the value.
2 days I'm not with wherever else I could be, family or whatever.
There's a lot more that I can spend $10,000 on.
Yep.
That would benefit me, especially looking at being successful with content. People get real tired of the same content real fast. And if I can always be the alternative content, there's something in that also.
And if I go to D23 and I video it and I vlog it and I live stream it and all that, so is Corey Meets World, and so is Adam the Woo, and so is fill in the blank and fill in the blank and fill in the blank. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't get views. Of course I'd get views, but I wouldn't be the only one there, right? I mean,
so there's actually 5 kinds of
Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different content you should be making, and only one of them is content to make your audience happy. That would be a content to make your audience happy. Problem is if your audience only makes up 5% of your views, do you even make enough? Like, if you look at it from a success standpoint, is it even worth the expense to go out there?
Yeah.
Because I could take all the news from everyone, all the press releases, all the Disney live streams, everything else, and I can sit at home and pump out news-like videos faster than someone sitting there can do.
Yep.
And I can actually beat them to the stuff they're sitting in.
When I do my little strategic things about what I'm going to do next and what I'm going to do in 2020, when I'm thinking just views, I always think Disney news, because people think that they don't want it. My Disney news stuff gets better, just percentage compared to myself, better views than my other stuff. And it's always weird to me because I can read a blog just like you can. I can read a press release just like you can. I can, but people are people, and they get their content where they want to get their content. I mean, if you're only getting your news from Facebook, that's where you get it from, or Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or YouTube or. So there's still a market for it. When I do Disney news stuff, I feel almost guilty sometimes, but if it's something I love, I talk about it. But like the whole thing about the Chargers, I couldn't care less. You know why? I didn't buy one. I didn't care. Boy, I mean, they had a class action suit they started. That's crazy.
Oh no, the class action suit I knew was coming.
Oh, I thought it was nuts. I think
I actually talked to someone about starting it.
Well, I would have said you're crazy, but
no, because but the thing is, it is a legit bait and switch. Because there was no agreement when they first came out. There was no agreement you had to agree to. It was a big sign that said unlimited refills.
Price on anything I want. So if I sell you something, and you want something that is related to it, and it's $5, I can't raise it to $10. Of course I can.
Well, no, but that's different than unlimited refills and $3 a refill. You're changing the product when the refills became pay.
Where
it's a bait and
unlimited forever that you
right on the box, right on the front of the machine. It said unlimited. It didn't say not forever. There was no fine print. There was no extra. There was no little asterisk.
Yeah.
Like first year, there was no agreement that you had to agree to. In fact, there was no agreement that said it would actually work or not work.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was a straight up bait and switch.
Yeah.
How come it's not a bait and switch in every airport in America?
Because it was always a pay to refill.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, then there should be lawsuits.
Let's get together.
I hate lawyers. You can quote lawyers. I might like you personally, but get a new job.
Oh man.
That is
I like court. I really love it's the best. If you like drama on Twitter, you need to go sit in a courtroom for one day.
I hate drama.
It is better than any Twitter drama story ever.
I only have drama.
So I like court.
We are exceptional at being offended, and when we, I'm not even going there.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, all of my I don't remember the name of the charger. All my fuel rods I sent back for a refund. If you called them and you had all the parts, they were offering you a full refund.
Oh.
So they actually admitted they didn't actually tell you it was going to be pay. They knew it was bait and switch when they did it.
I don't think that's admitting it. That's trying to keep you happy.
But I'm not a client when you're done.
Yeah.
The only thing you're keeping me happy from is suing you to make more money.
Try it at my store. We will dribble that. Go. No, not
Oh man.
Nah, it's fine.
Christian Corner Christy's Corner talks about having your live stream up at a certain time, and when the bigger live streamers are going, and they try to compete and everything. You know what? We have something that might help you out with that, Gonzo. If you want to take it over and tell them about.
Well, try the deep plays. What is it? The live place, right?
The live place, yeah. Place. Dean puts on a great website that basically tells you when the best time to go live is, and it gives you all the listings of different live streamers that are on, and you could work around them if you want to, and give them the respect they deserve, and also get the respect that you deserve as well as a live streamer. So check out the live place if you're going to
recognize that you only have time to go on while they are and not care about them.
Well, yeah, you can do that.
That's the only time you have. Yeah, and I'm not saying that you're not going to get some heat or anything, but there is a difference between they're on at the perfect time and I have no other time but now to be live.
Yeah.
True. Like my schedule only allows now.
Right. Yeah. If you can't work around anything, then don't. But if you feel that you need to or want to, I mean, Dean's a great place to go to.
Yeah.
It's a great service.
But also, I want to put a disclosure. I don't know anything about promoting lives. They are completely different from static videos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. and example is today. We're supposed to our time frame is at 10, but we started 11 because that's.
I told you I was going to be a couple hours once I got on.
Yeah. Oh no, this was great, and I think everybody enjoyed it in the stream.
Yeah.
Did you?
I'm very
thumbs up if you did.
But I went on. I was home, and I got in there, and it was like 4 or 5 of us chatting. I'm like, Gonzo, you got people in? I sent you the picture, and then I saw you had already announced, but I didn't see that before I sent it.
We're getting popular.
Brian's right. You can go when you can go. But that said, like Gonzo and I have talked about this. If you're going up against Resort TV 1 and every Friday live, we're going up against Gonzo or that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. I mean, if it's just talking amongst friends, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to,
here's the thing. Some people don't like Resort TV 1.
No, that's true. Well,
so you should go against them because you're the alternative.
Just like Christy said, she'll get 10 to 20 people in her live stream while she's running right with Resort TV 1, and she appreciates them for coming in. That's awesome.
And I wouldn't even looking at it as overlapping subscribers because you're going to be different if you do different lives, you do different things, you have a different way of going about things. Just because you're on at the same time doesn't mean you take either's audience.
Absolutely.
And quite frankly, no one is watching 5-hour live streams.
No.
After a half hour or so, they're going to go look what else is out there. And hey, look, you're live.
It's true. Yeah. This is the longest live stream we've ever done.
Let's go check you out for 20 minutes.
Gonzo, on that note, man, from Sunday to Sunday, it's Sunday to Sunday time. What do you got for us until next Sunday? What's going on with your channel?
So I have the blogs for yesterday, Epcot, Hollywood Studios. So looking forward to it. Then Saturday, we're gonna have Disney Friends with Instituto with that. And I guess Jeff, we can do it. We can do it in my channel because the stream worked fine. I thought that it wasn't gonna happen, but it worked fine. So we can have it in my channel this week. So looking forward to that. And then next Sunday, Disney Friends at 10 in the morning again. So thank you guys for the support and the like and subscribe and stuff. So with that, what you got coming up?
What do you got?
I got D&G Explorers on DizTube tonight, 8 p.m. Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Every Sunday, I interview a Disney influencer. Gonzo was my second. Christy was my first, and I did see you in there, Christy. Yeah, we got to talk. I'm scheduled out through April, Christy, but we can talk. I've got some other ideas we can bring you on. But anyway, what was I saying? 8 p.m. tonight, Central Time, D&G Explorers. Thursday night, we're going to talk a little football during the NFL game. You already talked about Disney Friends, and daily vlog every day. Actually, my book club starts today, so if you want to read about Disney with me, pop on. I don't know what time I'll post that.
Awesome.
What about you guys?
Brian, what you got for coming up on your channel? Channels?
Nothing. Actually, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm on vacation. No. The easiest way to put it is I'm doing a 6-week course with Daryl Leaves.
Oh wow!
On content stuff. So
good man.
Yeah. So this Friday will mark the start of week 4.
Nice.
Wow.
So this week we finally got into evaluating your own damn channel.
It's worth it too, isn't it? Daryl Leaves.
Yeah. No. I'll tell you right now, if you want to be successful,
yes,
that course specifically.
We had the pleasure of meeting him.
It has nothing to do with making content. It has nothing to do with what your niche should be. There's no anything. That man's approach to YouTube is not normal.
So tell me what class it is. I'm very interested. I'm a big fan of him.
So it's actually, here's one of the workbooks. It's called, where is it? It's called Channel Jumpstart.
Nice.
And this is the first time he's offering it. So I actually got it for a third of the price because he's actually, it's a group of 30 people that he's testing it with. But like I'm the smallest because I don't have a channel, and the largest is 15 million subscribers.
Oh,
Wow.
So if you guys know who Daryl Eves is, I absolutely the number one guy that talks how to do what we are doing. Growing.
He literally works for YouTube, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, he doesn't. I thought
He has there's certain partners and stuff, but
he started the Vid Summit, and
Vid Summit.
Brilliant guy. I don't know him personally. I've never even talked to the guy.
I met him. I met him. I think Brian, you met him too.
Yeah, we met him. He was in town for a free meetup once.
So awesome.
Nice. I would stop what I was doing to go meet that guy.
Yeah, but it's essentially he's teaching you his process.
He's very analytical. Yes, Brian.
Yes.
Yes.
But he's analytical in a way that's like, holy crap, I never thought of doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's up to date too, which is another
well,
to talk about.
I think that people get stuck in the data. I mean, Mr. Beast is huge because Mr. Beast knows data.
Mr. Beast is one of his clients.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is doing it his method too.
They're partners now.
But now that I know his method, I could see it in his videos that he's doing the same thing that they're all.
Everybody thinks that Mr. Beast is just this crazy kid. Mr. Beast is a brilliant analytical.
Oh shoot! Yeah, man.
Yeah, he loves analytics. But no, actually, Daryl warns you that it's like you don't want to sit in analytics because you'll start hurting the content, and when you hurt the content, there's nothing you can do to fix it except fix the content. But the best way to kind of describe it is it's everything about evaluating what's going on now in your niche, figuring out where your videos fit in that, find out what's working not only for you but other people in your niche, and the process of doing that actually tells you if it's too wide or narrow. And it's real easy to see it too once you see his method of doing it.
He but make analytics usable.
It's pretty realistic.
So you recommend it, Brian? Because I'm intrigued. I might have to check that out.
I know he's throwing around some ideas of what the actual final cost will be, but I think he's thinking like $3,000. I'll tell you right now, it's worth 10. Wow. And I'm only on move 3. Because he also knows exactly how to work with the algorithm. Keep in mind, the man has 21 gold play buttons.
Think about it.
No.
And he just started a new channel, which got a gold play button in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. I know. Insane.
So the man knows how to do YouTube, but he's teaching you how to do YouTube. And the whole point is like, look, you're going to be successful. Here's how I set up YouTube to always promote my videos and always be out in the front and always dominate the platform.
Yep.
And he doesn't care about search. He doesn't care about niche size. He doesn't care about a lot of the stuff that everyone else says to do. But I can completely understand that because you have to do the whole thing, and it takes 6 weeks to learn it.
Really?
I'm like, 6 weeks? That sounds ridiculous. What are we going to get? Like 1 hour class a week? And technically, yeah, you get about 1 hour video a week, but there's like 4 days of homework. Wow. And it takes 4 days to really wrap. It's not that it takes 4 days to do. It takes 4 days to wrap your head around it and figure out how to do it the way he was explaining. And I'll give you a great example. Like, I know 22 channels that look similar to what I want to do, and I didn't realize existed. Not one of them was a vlogger. Tim Tracker didn't even show up.
Wow.
And that's all. And all I did was look for like Disney tips, tricks, hacks, and stuff. No vlogger showed up. No anything showed up. I shouldn't say none of them. There was 1 or 2 odd videos from a certain people that showed up. But I'll tell you one thing. I'd be willing to bet Disney Food Vlog was his client at one point.
Oh, probably.
Because now looking at what Disney Food Vlog dominates Disney.
Yeah.
It dominates it, but it dominates it in the way Daryl Eves does Disney, or Daryl Eves does YouTube.
You know where they're based? Disney Food Vlog?
West Coast.
North Texas, right by me.
Oh, so I had heard that she's in
right here, right down the road from me.
Wow. You would have never thought.
Well, actually, it's funny because I told Al, I think anyone that lives near Disney has a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's too easy for us to run. It's
that's
too
right.
easy. Yeah, it's way too easy for us to just go run out and not be planned, researched, or have an idea of what we're doing.
I think there's something to be said about that. I think, I mean, but you can also use it as a huge advantage, like people like the Tim Tracker and others have done. I mean, it really comes down to your personality and your drive and your expectations. But I see what you're saying, Brian.
Yeah. But no, it's a great course, and I only know what we're on. Like week 3, we're on understanding your own channel, which is a combination of understanding your channel plus those ones you found that are in your niche, and kind of coming up with what actually grew, what videos actually grew.
Very
and
cool.
you start organizing these patterns and stuff into like, okay, here's this whole big ass list of content I can make. And even if it's not a list of videos, it's a list of a type of video. And I'll give a good example. If you look at Mr. Beast, I survived 24 hours somewhere.
Yeah,
that is a type of content he will do 1 video a month on.
Yeah,
sure.
But he has another one which is I gave money to people. He has another one which my friends did something stupid.
Yeah,
you know, and if you look at it, there's a rhyme and a reason for each one.
Oh, absolutely. But he comes off as a dopey, I just thought of this right now kind of guy.
Yes and no. But yeah. But he is very genuine. He doesn't care about the money.
Right. He really doesn't.
Yeah, so what started out is kind of this I don't need this much money, but since you're going to give it to me, I'll just make it part of the video.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that started.
It's pretty cool.
Yep.
As far as me as concerned, basically,
Go
I
ahead,
got
Al,
a couple
go ahead.
videos. I got a couple videos coming out that we filmed over the weekend. I got a couple videos from last weekend that I haven't put out yet, but I'm working on all those. I'm going to be going live very soon with a couple giveaways that I'm doing, and you know it's going to be 500 subscribers finally, reaching 500 subscribers, and I want to give appreciation to that. So, and I also got a new kind of live stream intro that I worked on. It's not the channel intro; it's just more or less just to do with the live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy that when it comes up. But other than that, I really don't. I'm going to be going. My wife told me that she's going to try to get us on another broadcast, filming ordeal. So we're going to try to jump over there and do that. And
that does look fun. I like behind the scenes stuff, so that'd be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I can't film at these things, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Vlogs at them, but
you can come on and tell me how cool it was.
Yeah, I could tell you how cool it is. I could tell everybody to look for me afterwards. I could always do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'll be fun. But, I really appreciate hanging with you guys, man. It was very informative. I appreciate all your things to throw in.
We're approaching 500. We get you there yet?
We're almost there. So
I heard so get over to Al's channel, give him a subscription. He's almost at 500. That's a big fat round number. So
yeah.
Yep.
So how is hang on to full circle this? How is that different than collaborating?
What?
Didn't we just have this whole discussion that it's like fake people and you don't really want someone to just say go subscribe to someone?
I never say they're fake people. I think that is absolutely closed-minded thinking. If somebody goes to your channel, you have an opportunity. You got that chance for their thin slicing to look at you.
Yeah,
it's like whenever we talk about that sub for sub is stupid. Somebody coming to the channel and looking at it is beautiful. Please do. And if you don't,
that makes sense.
Basically, check me out if you like me. Go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate you to join the freak out.
YouTube seems like an ocean full of fish who don't know what marketing is to me. Hey, I like Gonzo. You should check him out. If you like me, go do me a favor and check out Gonzo. That's called being a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If Mar like Mar just said, Mar didn't know. I think it was Mar, might have been Kay. Hey, you didn't. I don't know. One of you said you didn't even know Christy's channel until you came and watched her on my show, DizTube. I feel great about that stuff. That's sharing content creators that I support. It's just like I sponsor some channels.
Right.
Gonzo sponsored a channel. I've sponsored a couple. I'm sponsoring one now. I think it builds the community that I want to build. I watch Budweiser's commercials. I get no value for that.
Right.
I think this is peer-to-peer engagement, and I think this is the future. And I think YouTube is less than 0.5% of America, let alone the world. And this is the right way. Peer-to-peer. Mm-hmm. It's much more lucrative. Much more.
It's an interesting discussion because it's like if you frame it slightly different, it's like no, don't do that.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, plus it's this isn't the first time.
I'm generally
Dad
the
and
one
I have collaborated together and stuff
stupid,
like
so
that.
that's-
So he's talking on a genuine way.
What is
If he
ninja-
met me
Okay.
today, then it would be different. It'd be like, why is he telling him to go
Look,
subscribe?
talk about Al. Talk about Twitch. People watch people play games. Oh my gosh, shoot me in the face with boredom, and people drop dollars, right?
Right.
And nobody's making them tip Ninja or Al or whatever. Nobody's
No.
making it send a super chat. Like I'm amazed when somebody drops me a super chat. I don't understand it. I thank you so much. I'm amazed when people. But that said, I support because I come from more of a, I don't know, entrepreneurial position. Like I sponsor a couple channels. I get value from that, in my opinion, because I'm helping them build them. I'm helping them pay their bills, creating the content that I like. And yeah, I get the value out of it because they throw my name out there now and then, and they whatever. It is what it is. I think,
Yeah.
hey guys, check out Brian's channel. He seems like a nice guy. I just met him today, but he seems like a nice guy, and he's got a cool mic boom. That's just, who do you
That
buy,
would be,
Brian or Gonzo or Al? The answer is whether you know it or not, people you like,
Yeah.
that would be false subscribing.
right?
Yep.
But I've known
All right, guys.
Brian for years, so definitely go
Yeah,
check out his
Camera
channel.
thingy too.
Very
Check
good
this out, a gooseneck camera thingy.
Ah,
Oh, look at that.
It's meant for camera. You put the camera on it, but it's a gooseneck.
You
So
brought
I
the
got all
snake
kinds of weird
out.
booms.
I have none of that stuff.
There's a snake in my boots. All right.
But it's shaped to actually get the camera from under my monitor to right in front of it without
Nice.
having to have a whole
Nice.
tripod in the way.
Perfect.
I just have to figure out where I
Nice.
put the new camera.
All right,
So,
guys.
Gonzo, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack everyone.
That was
No
good.
problem.
I enjoyed the
So
talk.
I appreciate you guys and thanks for being here. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something.
If you guys didn't say goodbye, I was leaving anyway, so good timing.
Yeah, so thank you for being here and thank you guys for being here in the chat, and make sure you subscribe and like the live stream, thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to all our channels.
I'm gonna go
Appreciate
play
it.
some video games.
Mama Mouse in the house right when we're leaving.
Myers.
I'm on
Mama
my
Mouse.
Yeah,
house.
past 3 hours.
All right, guys. So stay for a few minutes when we go offline. And again, see you guys next Sunday, Saturday, Disney Friends, Sundays over here again. Breakfast with Pulse. Thank you, guys.
Take care,
Jeff,
chat.
Ryan, thank you.
You're nice
Al,
meeting you,
thank you.
Brian.
See you real soon.
All right, stay put. Bye bye. Adios.